Oh, I mistimed that completely. Hello, hello. We are playing burner stuff today. We're playing Factorio. Who would have thought? And it's burner stuff. We've never done this before. We definitely not been 80% of our streams for the past long time. Okay, it seems to be fine. Yep, okay. Why is it so loud? There we go. Okay, I mean, it's not loud, but like louder than I expected. Okay, is this the right save? I think it is. So last time, I realized I was not super happy with Blue Science, which, yeah, the sushi, I think it's just the amount of stuff it needs to consume is not that much higher than the belt throughput, so it's really struggles to fully saturate the belt. It's a bit too close to half a belt. We also realized that there's some weird interaction with, I'm assuming the staged mod here. At least oh, that's what I think is happening, because when I switch stages, they die, which I guess makes sense because they're all definitely they're different levels. I think it has to do with like hold delay and like swapping between the two. I don't know. But yeah, some weirdness is causing them to be able to brown out in situations where it's literally impossible. Maybe it has to do with like grabbing fuel and then switching layers. No, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. But something causes them to brown out, which makes the testing a lot more annoying now. So that's gonna be fun. I did not update my sock picture. Give me one moment. Um, which ones am I wearing today? Oh, right, that makes sense. What's my password? That's not it. Okay. It's not showing right. Okay, good. I don't know why it would be. I don't. Oh, now it says it's correct. Ah, there we go. Okay. Which ones am I wearing? There's some form of penguins. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then have I put these in my spreadsheet? I'm switching over to a spreadsheet for this. That's a lot more searchable. I have. Excellent. Okay, I thought the pair I hadn't put in the spreadsheet yet, so I could have found that a lot faster without having to sign in. Okay. Yeah, basically I have a giant just imager album that I use to keep track of things. This is weird. Huh. Maybe not. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe it's not too bad. We'll delete it, and then we'll undo it, and then we'll let it run for a while. Let's see what that does. Because it's possible that this is actually very unlikely to ever have that kind of feeling problem. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty with how many times it split, it's pretty unlikely. That's probably okay, but we'll give it a chance. This is fortunately because we have actually we don't have buffers. Yeah, if this breaks, it's only a few inserters, so it's easy to fix. So that's something. Like there's not that many here that can permanently break. Blue science on the other hand, this one is a lot. This would be hard to fix. These ones use no logic. These are just dead because I don't know, weird mod interaction. But yeah, let's redo blue science. I have not been liking this sushi. And then I guess we could have it maxed out. That's probably fine. Let's see, am I dropping anything when I max it out? Doesn't look like it. Also, my internet's nice and stable today. That's good. I always like when it's stable. It's not stable very often. Why is the CPU usage so slow? Wait, am I recording with the right thing? Hold on. It should, well, actually, I want to use infing, right? Yeah. What, I have two separate invent encoders selected though. That's weird. Very weird. But that seems to be correct. Okay, yeah, we're good. I switched some things around, so not sure if all of my settings have been properly updated yet. I was worried I accidentally was gonna stream at like 6,000 kbps today, which I mean, it would have worked. It just would have looked absolutely awful because I don't even have like half that internet speed. Let's see, are these working yet? They're not getting any. Huh. That's weird. Ah, never mind. It's less weird, this issue. Well, actually, no, that's not what the issue is. Well, it probably is. Maybe it's like a byproduct of it, but there's supposed to be red chips here. Oh, no, this one's me. User error for this one. But I mean, they haven't browned out, so that's good. I think the logic was, again, just broken by the layers. And honestly, the fact that the stage mod kind of broke some inserters, that makes me think that the issue I had with these dying might have been just because I was swapping stages so often. Maybe it wasn't. I mean, I know there is still some minor flaw in the logic, but it should be fairly safe. So I'm thinking maybe it just we did something to push it over the edge. But what options do we have here? Okay, so we need inputs. We need 2 inputs. That is, well, actually, I mean, I could still do sushi. Which was the sushi that didn't work? None of this works, so I'm gonna go with all of it. All of it is the sushi that doesn't work. What the heck? Why isn't it getting pipes? That is bizarre. Less bizarre. Much less bizarre. Okay, it makes more sense now. I think I swapped those around and forgot about them. Wait, everything is like slightly staggered. Oh, I shifted this down a tile, but I didn't shift out any of the outputs down a tile, so literally everything is off. Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's fix that real quick. Okay, what all did we break? Let's see, that still reaches. This doesn't get fuel. Wait, yes it does. Never mind. Oh, that's a weird way to get fuel. Actually, wait, that's not safe. We'll do this. There we go. Now it's safe. You can't grab from corners, and you can't grab from far side loads like this. You could grab from the close side, but you know, you can't side load. You can't side load and grab from the close side at the same time, so that's not actually useful. I think that's everything I broke there. I guess we'll find out. Steel seems good. Okay. Now we should be getting pipe. I don't exactly remember what the issue was with this. I know there were some throughput issues. Oh, it's probably red chips. I feel like red chips and pipe are probably limiting. Actually, no. Let's see. Gears is 1/4 of a belt. Steel is 1/4 of a belt. Yeah, I think it's all limiting, actually. Can I just leave it running for a little bit? How do I test this? Because in theory, this should have enough throughput, but I think we're pushing it. We could use modules. Modules, I think, fixes it. Not speed modules, of course, but prod modules probably fix it. Let's see. How close are we? If we're at 3.25 divided by 2, that is like exactly 1/4 of a belt, actually, isn't it? No, it's a little under 1/4 of a belt. 1/4 of a belt is 1.87. So we technically have enough gears and steel and pipes. So I think it's just a matter of sushi isn't perfect. What options do I have here? These are slow. They are slow crafting. I could consider a memory cell. I don't quite know how that works, but maybe that could work. I know it has something to do with you read the contents here and subtract. That's all I know. You just read what the inserters pick up. Which would probably need a red wire. And then, what kind of combinator? It would probably be a decider combinator, I guess. I don't know how to reset the memory cell. Well, I guess the decider combinator resets. Wait, what would that do, though? No, wait, it doesn't need a reset. I would actually, no, I need something to count it. So not a decider combinator. It would be like a, we need just an arithmetic that just counts everything. Oh wait, decider combinators can count things. So what would the basics of that be? And then where would it connect? Probably here. Oh wait, no, I don't want it to reset. Where can you store stuff? Wait, what kind of combinators do I have? I guess that's what I should look at. I'm really bad with combinators in this game. Like, I understand conceptually what I need to do, but the distinction between these two combinators when I use them confuses me. I'm getting more used to it, but yeah, I don't know anything. Maybe, let's see, what does how many combinators do you need for a memory cell, actually? It's probably not worth it if it's, like, a lot. What other options? Well, okay, let's just make it without any circuit and see how much more dense it is, or how much less dense it is, since maybe it just doesn't matter. We also have, oh, we could do, okay, we have another option, actually. We could do partial sushi. I don't think that is a terrible choice. So basically, we do sushi on one half and then pure pipe on the other. That way we have excess of everything rather than like barely holding through. So we do pure pipe and then gear and steel on this side. And that cycles around, which should be fine. I don't think it takes up any extra space. Now we do need to figure out how to get the fuel for this, which I think is pretty straightforward. That just that one just goes on its own lane. So that should be simple enough. We could also possibly try to get vertical coal in here. Or not vertical, a coal grid in here, but I don't think we have enough space for a coal grid. Actually, this might be more compact. Depends how I want to do the output. It probably will end up being the same spacing, but there is a possibility. Right now we have the output like this, and then these are... No, these are self-feeding, this is the output. So yeah, I guess with the output on this side, we probably can't make it more compact unless we output a different direction, which might be a good choice. Right now, this will work. Let's see, you get some infinite stuff. Ooh. We don't have the sushi set up yet. I'm lazy. Let's just pretend this is a belt. That's the easy part. Then what we could do is I could cycle them to the other side. But then I think that runs into the same... No, that runs into the exact same problem. We now have throughput issues again. So we really just need to sideload at 2 separate points, which I don't think is that bad. Let's see, where do we have... Well, okay, so pipe don't need to be sideloaded, but gears do need to go to 2 separate points. So... Yeah, if we have separate belts, we don't have throughput problems ever. I think that is probably what I'm leaning towards. Let's keep the middle the same. I don't remember exactly what the middle is, but... probably looks something like this. Maybe not exactly like that. Yeah, that makes more sense. Although, does this work? I don't think this can be double-sided. Also, these will not run well. I forget, this will probably never back up, and this will just kill the inserter, like, constantly. Yeah, no, doesn't work. That explains why we had this setup instead. Then we had undergrounds here. Okay. And unfortunately, we cannot save this tile, I don't think, and have them be self-feeding. So that means this is at least this wide. Okay, so that's 2 tiles in between, right? Is that how much I have here? These are 1 tile? Oh, those share an input, okay. I might be able to snake the fuel. That's a possibility. Then I guess these can always be these can be farther apart. They don't have to be close. They don't actually benefit. It's not like I'm saving power poles by having them close together. So we could separate these, and then the coal can go vertically, which isn't super useful, but it does help a little bit with reliability. I don't have to rely on logic for these, which is very, very good. Actually, well, it depends. I might have to make it an extra tile wide if I want to do the snake. But I think it's worth it. Okay, and then these are going to output. What did these output? Just blue science? Yeah, just blue science. For some reason, I was thinking we're building red chips in this lane too, but no, obviously we're not. Okay, and then we have the problem with the sushi throughput again here. So maybe this shouldn't be self-feeding, but I don't really see another way. But like self-feeding sushi, I think red chips also have a problem, but actually red chips are easy to sideload at 2 separate points. So I guess that's not a huge deal. Sulfur is wait, is it a 1-to-3 ratio? Oh yeah, sulfur will not have throughput issues. Wait, if sulfur consumption is that low, can I just quarter split it? And then not have to worry about sideloading? Well, okay. I don't know how to do a 3/4 of a split. So I guess that's not that useful. Like if I can't split 3/4, it's really not going to do much. These are running, that's good. The buffer does not work. Oh, that's an easy fix. This buffer is working. This buffer seems to be working. Awesome. Okay, oh wait. This is not quite supposed to work like that, right? Yeah, this actually has the opposite prio I want. How do I swap that? I think same here. Well, this one actually isn't. This one actually isn't prioed. This one is though, slightly. I guess that's only during consumption. That's not a huge deal. If we're consuming as much as we're buffering, it doesn't really matter. This just wastes 3 actively running inserters. That's not going to ruin me. So I guess I don't need to stress about that. So how wide would this blue science lane be compared to my other one? It is exactly the same width. Okay, so that's good. This is more expensive, but it is more. Well, it does seem to work better, right? Actually, let's find out. Output full. Honestly, maybe it's not a huge deal. Because these do seem to be running fine. I remember having throughput issues one time, but maybe we solved those? Oh wait, it could just be because I think these are overproduced, right? By like 10%. So you're going to have throughput issues while they're buffering. But we do have this option, which is fairly cheap. So this also, I believe, fixes our fixes our throughput issues. Let's see if it produces enough still. Yeah, it still has a surplus of engines, but now it costs a little bit less gears, pipes, and steel because they just run slower. Which actually, yeah, that gives us enough headroom. I think we can live with that. Okay, so we don't need to redo blue science then. I do want this to be a little less messy, but that's fine. And then military science. I was not happy with military science because the logic that I use to regulate self-feeding inserters doesn't really work well when you're moving coal inside of itself. So at least not if you're taking from that belt that exact same belt. So what we instead have to do is probably read directly across to make them safe, which is a little bit annoying. And we can't have them self-feeding. I don't think we can have them self-feeding and be fed by something else, especially because they'll have throughput problems with that. But fortunately, we have a lot of space to work with for military science. And by a lot of space, I mean we can make it 50% wider, which admittedly is a fair amount. These needed all these inserters. That's nice. I think I might just read everything directly from the belt if I can. Well, actually, no. I guess there's no reason to read because these ones need to be fed a certain way. I could add a vertical coal lane. I think that's a relatively safe option. Now, this one has sushi. Wait. Wait a minute. These don't have logic on them. Did they ever have logic on them? Wait. Did I not finish military science? I don't think I finished military science. Because these are self-feeding. These ones are self-feeding, but they don't get any... they don't have any logic to prevent them from grabbing coal. Okay, so we can just read the belt in front of them. That's fine. Yeah, okay, we can live with that. It's not too bad. If it helps with density, we can leave it. But like I said, we probably don't need to worry too much about density anymore because we have about this much space to work with. So we need more grenades, and I feel like we could probably make do with blue if we have the space, especially because we have throughput problems anyway. Yeah, we need a little more than one inserter to feed one of these, so there's really no reason to use it. We also definitely don't need the efficiency modules. Those are there in case I use the yellow assemblers. They're not necessary for this kind. So let's get the grenades. There we go. Is this enough? Probably not. How much does this produce? 1.87. This produces 0.84. That's a lot lower, actually. I guess it is a 50% boost. How much do these with speed modules produce? And do I have enough throughput for that? No, I don't. I can do one speed module. Wait, how many do I need? I need one. Why am I producing so many grenades? Wait, I'm not. What? Did I accidentally highlight every... Oh, was I highlighting these assemblers when I was doing the comparisons? That makes way more sense. Yeah, these with one speed module I think are probably solid. They don't use a ton of energy and they craft fast enough. And they're dense enough. So we can live with that. Let's see if we have enough throughput with one inserter. Kind of, yes. We can go with that. Yeah, we kind of do. It's not fantastic, but it's close. To make up for it, we'll probably make it 10 long. And then we need to read the belt across from them, I think, if we want this to be safe. So let's say coal is greater than 1, or greater than 0. Honestly, it just needs to be greater than 0. Okay, and then this needs to be read and hold. That's all that matters. Okay, so that's nice and safe. We can have iron entirely on one side, right? Yeah, okay, so we can have iron exclusively on the inside, and then I think we need more iron later and more coal later. So we'll probably supplement this. Let's see, at what point do we need it? We need it 7. This is a bit too late. But not my budge. But yeah, we probably need the splitter here. Input prio, I don't think actually matters. But this will be an iron and coal belt. This will be another iron and coal belt. It doesn't really matter which side is which is nice. We can make that decision based on how we want coal to go through to the next section. And then these will have the same logic. Now this is the part I'm not sure of. How do we get coal down to the other lanes? And should I put them on logic? Like, do I like this sushi? Honestly, I don't. I don't really like this sushi. But I don't know how much taller it would be without it. So we can experiment. Also, I don't know why I'm building them so close together. Oh wait, hold on, I did not. Forgot to make an announcement. More burner designing. Okay. There we go. I've been trying to just get into the habit of posting whenever I go live. Okay. What were we doing? Right. We need to get coal over to here, and then do these have enough input speed? I think so. Yeah, they have enough. A little bit of surplus. It's going to run slow for a little bit, but not too bad. So we have a couple options here. There is plenty of coal on this belt. So what I'm thinking is that we do circuit logic here, which, do I have enough iron actually? Yes. Well, I might, maybe not at the point I've sideloaded. Let's find out. 3.37. Minus, and then 8. Wait, why am I trying to do math? I could have just highlighted them. Okay, so technically we do not have enough iron. However, these don't need to run full speed, so we might barely have enough. Now we could also sideload it at a second point for very cheap, and then this works. So this does fix the problem. And then what I was thinking is we could do the circuit logic that we have right here. Reading from this belt, input priority left and left. This one, this is just reading, and then these are enabled if coal is greater than 3. There we go. So what this will do is it lets us run the remaining inserters on this same logic, assuming this is where we get the coal from, which I don't know. But it is an option, so I wanted to build it before we started planning other things. Now we need an output from these, which we also need to output from the grenade assembler. I would actually rather have the outputs go left, is what I'm thinking. Because that's where the coal comes from, in a way that makes more sense. Because we can have the coal here, it's on the inside, which is very nice. We can have an input. We can even have this one take directly from the side, and then we don't have to worry about logic there or here. So that's very good. Okay. And then I feel like we should probably just split off the ammo to the left. Could be good. I don't know where the ammo needs to go. Where does it go? Oh, the ammo goes on the other side in the old design. Actually, you know what? I should stop comparing to the old design. We're not using that much of it. But I think this was good here. And then we need logic on this just to keep it safe, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. I haven't connected anything, but yeah, the logic here isn't too bad. We'll put it on all of them, so that way we can just make a decision later. But currently, only the ones that grab away technically need the logic. Okay, now we need to figure out what to do with the ammo after this point. But so far it's good. And then stone can also be on the same logic for coal, or the same coal line, so that's good. We'll probably need a splitter here. I imagine we're just gonna need splitters in various points to separate out the coal, because we can't really use the side load trick unless we use it twice, and at that point we might as well just use coal or use a splitter. Oops, I accidentally closed something. There we go. That's better. Okay. So we have, I mean, honestly, I like this side. It has a pretty small amount of splitters. It's not too expensive. I think technically it doesn't have the perfect balance of resources, but it's pretty close to like half a belt, so it should be fine. And what do these need? And then how many did we need? This says we need 1 per second. This says it produces 1.3 per second. I think that's because these are input limited by something. Yeah, they're input limited by copper. So we actually do need excess here. I like how I have efficiency modules. I don't know. It's not like we're power limited right now. Although we possibly need to redesign our outpost, because we have them designed around modules, right? Prod modules, which increases the power consumption by like 3 times. 3 times? That's 388. Not quite 3 times. 2.5. 2.5 times more power to use prod modules. But I realized there's a possibility if we use efficiency modules that we can save a significant amount of power that will offset the increased amount of drills we'll need. So that is a possibility, because we're talking about like half the power plant size, I think, or like 2/3 of the power plant size, something in that range, like about 60% probably, which is a very, very big difference. That's 100 versus 200 lanes of water or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty substantial. I guess, ooh, if we take from this one, are these self-feeding? I don't know where these get ammo from. Where did these get ammo from? Oh, it got it from here. There's just no fuel in the belt. Okay. We might flip that, because this is actually, I think, a very good spot for this. And this lets us get rid of the filter, which is good. Or it uses the splitter without wasting the splitter, which is nice. So we can have an input here, input here, input here. Now these can't be self-feeding, which is a bit unfortunate. But we can have something coming through with coal elsewhere when we have it loop around. That could work. See, what other options do we have? I mean, I guess we could make it self-feeding. We would just need a second splitter here to get rid of the coal. But that might work. I think we need a tile to... It would look something like this. Why is that hovering? There we go. Oh, it is a really cool mod. I just didn't want hover mode on with it. I think that works. So that will give a self-feedable belt into these, which is good. Oh, but we still need steel. Never mind. Let's not worry about it then, because this is a good lane for steel, or a good spot for steel. Which steel should be coming from like the right-hand side. Excess from LDS and rails, I think. I don't know, how much steel does it use? I want to say it's a pretty small amount, right? Like one per second. Yeah. Okay. So we should have excess from here. So yeah, we can safely assume it comes from this side. That's good. And then that gives us steel. And now we need copper. So copper is the thing that's technically limiting. We could use extra inserters. I don't think that's a huge problem. We could also probably have it self-feeding without lot. That's pretty unsafe, actually. No, that's incredibly unsafe. Never mind. If it was one steel or like if it was one copper, these could be self-feeding fairly safely, but not with 5. You can't even like triple that up and have it be safe enough to self-feed. Without logic, that is. I mean, you can self-feed very easily if you don't care about the logic. Let's try moving this over a tile and moving this over a tile. I'm thinking we sideload. I think this design is solid. Darn. I always want that to work. It never does because it doesn't work. Like it's not going to change, but I try it pretty much every single time, which is I feel like I shouldn't. But I'm hopeful. Okay, so I think this is fine. How much does this produce? This produces exactly 1, so that's actually a bit low for like saturating in Sushi Bell, which is why I've been overproducing everything by like 5%. 5 to 10%. So yeah, let's do maybe like one of these will have a speed mod in it or something. I think that should be fine. There we go. 20% extra. That's totally fine. Each one is not. It technically starts input limited, but that's fine. I'm just trying to make it that it can eventually get to the max production. Honestly, we could probably increase the gap somewhere and just do a beacon. It would probably be cheaper because we could put like 4 assemblers on one beacon. I think that's cheaper than the amount of speed mods we're using. But that's an easy fix to do later. Okay, and then we're still pretty narrow. Okay, so we have more than enough space to work with. So that's good. This is copper, which copper, don't remember. We have it coming from the left, but I don't know if there's any reason it comes from the left. That uses a whole lane. We had a whole lane. We had half a lane. We got rid of it, so that was a mistake. And that doesn't tell me anything. I have no idea how many steam turbines we're actually, or how much copper we're actually using here. I guess I could do this, right? So you could add like, well, but this varies based on if these are backed up. Yeah, we can't really do an estimate, can we? I mean, we could try it. We could still try it. So we can put a loader here. Oh, it's not a lot of copper at all. I don't think this is 6 copper per second. I did not realize it was so low. But this is assuming that we're getting way more gears and pipes than we normally do, because this is reliant on. Well, these produce extra if these don't run. So we probably have extra copper, but not enough to base it off of. So let's see, where can we fit a copper lane? I'm assuming this is a whole lane. That is, okay. Copper is incredibly far, is what I'm realizing. Okay, that's 26 furnaces. This is 24. Well, I guess technically these aren't running, but because they still have buffers inside them. I want to say that we're short on copper, but yeah, I think this wasn't a problem earlier when we first looked at it. Okay, so smelting lane can go. I don't see a spot for copper. I think we just have to accept that this copper lane is going to be like up here and it's going to be an incredibly high time, or an incredibly long time before it reaches military science, and that's okay. That's not the end of the world. There is a possibility we have extra copper here too, but I haven't really calculated that. Let's assume these are full belts. That's 1 belt, 2 belt, half belt, 3 belt. Okay. That's actually good. So that means there is technically a full half belt of copper here that we can work with and can guarantee we can get, because these will be upgraded these will be upgraded to red belts. So we have 4 full yellow belts of copper here. So where's the easiest way to do that? Not here. We'd actually need like a splitter here, I think. This is going to be annoying to hand build. I'm realizing now. This has like 3 splitters in it that we have to hand build. Of course, it's one of the last things we have to hand build, so it's not too bad, but yeah, it's a bit annoying. Oh, what was that? Oh, I was in a different layer. That makes sense. Okay, let's add, I guess, a prio to the left. Should be fine. I really don't love that, but yeah, it will survive. Another option is to do a red belt here, but we don't have red belt yet. Well, we do. We don't have a lot. We don't have it automated by a significant margin. We have enough for us to upgrade these belts, but honestly, we won't even be using it right away. So yeah, we shouldn't plan around red belt. We can't really do anything weird with undergrounds here because we have to build around it. If I use a red belt and set a prio, I might be able to do an underground here. That would sideload it. That would give me exactly half a belt. Wouldn't be that mechanically complicated to do because I don't have to do it personally. So that's nice. Is this copper even closer though? I don't think it is. I think I'm looking at this like it will be so nice to use this copper, but honestly, here to here versus here to here, it is a lot farther. And considering these are built using yellow assemblers, it's not like we can even build them now anyway. Honestly, should this even be where I produce military? I don't think it should. What else would I do in this spot? I guess I could have space for more. I guess I could move these, have more space for this, or have, what else can we do? Steel furnace production, something like that. It's just the more I look at it, there's no benefit for this to be here. We don't have any of these resources immediately nearby except for these. Okay, military science will be produced here next to a fresh copper lane, so that will be nice. I think the only advantage it really has is this has bricks close by, doesn't it? Actually, no, it doesn't. It needs a full lane of bricks. Okay. Literally no advantage. Awesome. That means we need a brick lane over here, which we should be able to do. Because initially we will be connecting like 4 belts of stone, and they will all be connected initially, and then we can just have bots like actually connect them. Because we'll basically just connect them by hand to one central point, and then they'll be sent up. So let's plan around it being here. I think that is a good option. So that does change which way steel comes from. If that changes which way steel comes from, that changes how this should be designed. So we should actually have copper and steel on the same belt. Also, where's a copper lane? Let's see. Let's just paste this so I know there's copper here. Hello. Tice, welcome. I'm realizing military science doesn't make any sense here. Like, it uses the space, but there's no reason for me to build it here. It has none of the resources it needs, so not sure what I'm going to be doing with this spot, but it's not going to be military. Also, I'm trying to make military a little bit better, because I don't think it was set up. It's not set up very well. It doesn't need sushi. It really doesn't benefit from it. It just made it run inconsistently. So now we have this coming from this side. I think this can be self-feeding now. Now we can output onto the side. That looks good. I think we can save a little bit of space if we do this, right? Yeah, okay, so that saves a little bit of space. And then, well, now if I do it like this, I probably can't get beacons ever, but yeah, there's no real reason to have beacons here. And then this can be a steel and copper belt, because steel and copper both come from this side. Awesome. That's exactly what I want. And then these are self-feeding. So we have a couple options here. I think they can use this logic pretty easily. Yeah, okay, they should be able to use that logic. And then we need to connect these wires as well. So which ones are grabbing away? Grabbing away, away, and away. And away. Oh, there's one more. Okay, that should be fine. Greater than 0 or greater than 3, yes. Read, hold, enable, disable is disabled. That was a weird sentence. And then with this new design, we actually do a splitter here, and then we filter out the ammo here, which I think does work, right? I'm pretty sure. Not confident, but I think it works that way. Okay, yeah, it does. Cool. If it outputs here, it gets put onto the splitter. Wait, did I see the ammo go farther? Enable it? Yeah, exactly. We're gonna enable into the belt. Oh, it does work. I just sent it the wrong way. Okay, that makes more sense. I was really confused why that was there. Okay, so this has ammo, coal, steel, copper. Excellent. Now we need turrets, or not turrets. Stone walls. Stone walls are an incredibly hungry machine. So where are they? We had it as using a yellow assembler. Do I actually need that? I think I do. That's 2. What does a blue assembler produce here? 1.5. Okay, so we either need 2 blue assemblers or 1 yellow assembler. We technically don't have yellow assemblers yet, but we're pretty close to them, so I've been planning my designs around them. But like these are all built around yellow assemblers. Which I don't know, probably was a bad call. We need to get at least a... I mean, we could probably do a small yellow assembler production here, because right now we've only used a grand total of 10. And then if we do military science, that's another 10, which... I don't know why I have so many of these. I'm realizing now I can use a beacon and prod modules, but yeah, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, no idea why these are built this way. Yeah, we'll use we'll beacon the design. Just put the belt in superposition. That would work. I mean, isn't that basically what this mod is? Look how many states this is at any given point in time. Here it doesn't even exist. Reality collapse until either option. With either option, if you observe it. That's the goal. We're gonna destroy reality with this run. This has coal on the belt. Okay. I don't know if that does anything for me. But we have this much space to work with walls, which makes me think I don't need to use a yellow assembler here. I could have these be self-feeding very easily. And then 1 red belt here can pass through, which I kind of like. That's the wrong side of the belt, but the idea is there. Nope, that doesn't work. This does. Okay, that gives me walls and these. Okay, I like that. I don't think military science will ever have insert or throughput problems, so that's nice. And this will be pure, and this will be pure. Okay. I guess it fits within the blueprint. It feels wide, but it's really not. Like, as long as it fits within the blueprint, or within, like, the edge here, it doesn't really matter how things are built. Now, how do I get coal for these? I think we have to do this little number. So that way we can sideload it, or get rid of it. Actually, wait, we need to filter it out. Yeah, never mind. we just need to filter it out, because we need to get the grenades as well. Which the grenades are trickier than I thought they would be. I guess they'll just go down here. think that's fine. I think I can do something with these belts too. Because I think this is almost... This isn't fantastic. I think these can be here. We also don't have... I'm realizing now we don't have coal for those. So that's... This doesn't work. Okay. It's good to know. Now this can side load there. And then this can side load here. I don't know where to get extra stone, because doesn't this use... This uses 15 bricks per second, so each side needs a full half lane of stone. Which we will have. Well, okay, it's actually more like 5, because this is overproduced by, I think, 50%. So yeah, we actually only need about 12 total, or something like that. I don't actually know the exact values. Probably 10. We can probably assume 10 bricks per second is enough, which is not that hard to come by. It just means we need to split a whole belt and sideload it in a better position than here. Okay, yeah, we just need to get this coal down here as well. Which, can I do that? I feel like I had a vision, but I no longer see it. That almost works, except it doesn't at all. Well, where does coal come from? You know what? We'll just do this. We'll do this. Problem solved. Problem solved. Then we can just use a splitter here. If you want to add power and infinite input trash chest to only this build to check in real time, I could do that. I usually don't, because it feels like it takes so much time to, well, because I'm using circuits, I always set up the trash things before I set up the circuits, and then things break. So I'll just need to be mindful to actually, do that this time, and then we're good. Okay, what side does it need to be on? The opposite. Okay, that's fine. Easy fix. And then how did I want coal here? So we need a full belt here. We can split off of this one and send this to bricks. That would work. Somehow. Now we'll need a coal splitter. And then another one. Actually, no. Wait. I could just have it go to the bottom one. That would work. Is that the wrong side? Yes, but I can make it work. There we go. Since the side doesn't really matter. So this is fine. Something like this is decent. These aren't working. I don't think they're supposed to though, right? Yeah, they're not supposed to be working yet. Excellent. That's what I wanted. Then add an infinity chest. Let's give it stone bricks. What else do we need? Copper and steel, right? Yeah. And then I don't believe the side matters for this one. So that's easy, because we don't have to filter these or send them anywhere else. We'll do this. There we go. Copper, steel. This has ammo. They are activated. That means these should be running too. Yep. Okay. Grenades are outputting. Awesome. I'm wondering if I should just reverse all of the grenades. Actually, wait. I can't. Well, I can, but the grenades rely on this logic. But basically, we just have to loop this around again, which I guess isn't terrible. Just feels like it will add a little bit of time. Or a little bit of latency, but honestly, it doesn't matter. How's copper steel fueled? That's what we are trying to figure out right now. I just needed to get all of the belts built first. We have a couple options for it. We could change where this goes and instead put... we could put coal. We could put coal on one of these belts. and send it through. What else? I could also split off of these somehow and send them down. That would work better if we don't have this pattern, though. Like, if the pattern is here, I think coal fueling is really easy. We could also use... Yeah, I think we just need a coal lane to go here. That's all we need. Yeah, something like that. Which just means we need to change this belt. But honestly, that doesn't actually make it any less dense, so I think we're fine. For now, I'm actually going to have these come from the other direction. For the sole reason of... I wanted a space here. But it will actually come from the left, because that's where the smelters are. These seem to be running, though, which is nice. This is not filtered properly, which is less nice. Oh, wait, we never connected that to fuel. Okay, well, that makes sense then. So I'm thinking we just do this. Okay, so that gives the coal that you need. And now grenades can be sent down here. Oh, that's flipped the wrong way. Still flipped the wrong way. There we go. And now we can just send these here. Excellent. Okay, I think this is all we need. Now I'm not sure how many we'll be able to power this way, but yeah, this should be fine. I actually wish these are more to the left. I wonder if I can do that. I wonder if I can just send them that direction. Now these aren't safe, which is a little bit annoying. So these actually do need to be on logic. Actually, wait, they need to be on logic. That means they need to go here. There we go. Because this is the only logic that's available using that circuit. That's grabbing towards. That one doesn't actually need to be on logic. This one does. And this one we can flip. Okay, so literally just one of these inserters needs to be on logic. Excellent. Fortunately, we didn't need to grab like a weird lane because of that. So that's grabbing towards. This is grabbing towards. This is grabbing towards. I have no idea how it grabbed a copper, but sure. I guess that happens. And then what's our stack size at right now? Okay, we are supposed to be testing this at stack size too, so that's good. Or stack size max, so that's good. This seems to be a lot better than the old design, aside from the fact that it's not quite working. You know, that's not important. Now, how do we do the military science? That's the real question. Because I want it to fit... Well, I want to use yellow assemblers. And beacons, I think, is what I want to do this time. So what's the input speed of these? 0.1. Oh, wow. It's very, very high. Okay. Actually, wait, what does a beacon cost? Is a beacon cheaper than a yellow assembler? It is, right? Like, significantly? Maybe not significantly. They're probably about the same cost, actually. So I guess it's more just a spacing thing. I feel like it's a spacing thing. Have I mourned Dragon Ball and celebrated Factorio Facts today? I have not done the second part. Wait, was it a good one? Whoa, they announced how many planets there are. Wait, have they announced a date? Oh, that's cool. Graphics changes. That's fun. No date yet. Okay. Cliff redesign. Ooh. Wait, so they're making it that cliffs are actually like cliffs? Like they actually look like they aren't just random things in the middle of your base? That makes it seem really cool. Number of planets is already known. Is it? The way that they announced the... Literally the starting message is surprise. There's 5 new planets in the expansion. So, I don't know. It sounds to me like it wasn't fully announced. Maybe it was just implied somewhere? I don't know. Or they're just messing around. Hello, welcome Pantabo. Arendelle was a perfect hire. That's the space exploration guy, right? What other monstrosity are you cooking up for the day? I have to redo military science. And we were considering redoing blue science, but I fixed it by just adding prod modules and calling it good. But yeah, we're just trying to get military science in a way that I'm happy with, which is harder than I thought it would be, because I'm not not happy with the design. Why does that keep turning on? That must have a shortcut, a hotkey that I don't know of. So the reason I'm not happy with this is because I can't get these to not be in the middle. The surprise is that there's a new novice. Ah, okay. Yeah, you might have known there'd be 5 for a while. I don't follow the Factorio facts when they're announcing planet details, so I have not seen any of that. Like anytime it goes to do a specification about what's on a certain planet, I stop reading, because that's the kind of stuff I like to just find. Yeah, Hindi fluids. I don't know what would a fluid rework require. I wonder. Or like what's wrong with them? What needs to be improved? That's a dumb question. Everything. Wait, not productivity. I want productivity modules in them. The entire way that fluids are. Well, that sounds like a huge task. Don't envy them. Can I do a beacon here? I think I can. Not sure, you haven't looked at. Well, I just meant with like on a non-coding level. Like, are there any things like as a user that fluids do that's really annoying? Like, what if we could mix them in a pipe? You know, he's complained in the past about the inflexibility of how fluid input outputs are defined for machines. Is that why they're so weird? Is that why it's so weird in space exploration sometimes? This is 1 per second. This is half of what we need, isn't it? Yeah. You have the perfect clip for that. Interesting. I don't know what clip this would be. Each pipe system have the same amount of fluid. Everything has to be equal always. That sounds great for pressure. But this is half of what I need. So is using this beacon really worth it? Oh wait. 2 beacons though. There we go. Okay, so that's still not nearly enough. I don't know why I thought the beacons would just like fix everything. Can I get another set in here? Ooh, I can. Okay. I'm just trying to use only this this section over here. Oh, does this work? I think technically it doesn't. So we have to move it over. This would work though. What's my production now? 2.08. That's still a bit low, so we need another. This is a lot of beacons. I don't think we actually gain much out of this. It does make it a little bit easier, but that's about it. Can I just make it flat? Maybe I should just make it long. Or, yeah, maybe I should just make it longer and loop this around. Because that does fix pretty much everything. If we just accept that we have to loop this belt, which honestly, yeah, we should have just done that from the start. Well, you didn't ask for permission before you sent it. And the allow only lasts for a minute, so I had to wait. Fluid mechanics and Factorio make Anti a bit mad. Is this when he's working on the pipes? Or his power plant? What is that design? Why? Okay. I think it does. I think someone just staring at it and yelling "fuck" for a long time is pretty pretty accurate depiction of Factorio fluids. Now, does this work? I guess this works better, actually. Oh, yeah, there wasn't any rotation or anything. Oh, wait, was that the... was that when he... I remember there was one thing he did where he realized that it didn't work vertically, but it worked horizontally. I think that had to do with the weird sushi science that... Not the sushi fluids that Nephrem's cooked up at one point. Like the absolute mad lad. Okay, this is... honestly, I like this a lot better. I don't know why I even considered anything else. Fluid... or... Not fluids. This can actually be there, right? Well, oh, okay, I don't think we can get an input this way. Actually, well... Actually, I can. We need a tile gap, but I think we can make this work. Yeah, simplicity is the best. I guess I don't really have a... I don't really have a space requirement here, so it's really, like, not... we don't need to do most of this. Okay, how many is this? I don't think this is enough production, but it might be fine. Rotation you can at least deal with, however placement order is just impossible. Yeah, well, what if you just don't use bots? Easy. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with using this design again. I kind of liked it. Oh, not that one. It looks like this. I had them on the wrong spots. Output, input, output. There we go. That looks better. The blue science input output design. So remember to fix the and line as it will take both lines. Throughput speed wise, or did I just mess something up? Also, why did we cut power? It's missing a belt. Oh, I messed up the belt. Okay. Then we also need coal. Where do we have extra coal? Oh, here. Perfect. Okay. Okay, that's kind of fine. It's, well, okay, it's not actually fine. In any way. Can I just use a splitter? I need to sideload these somehow. Whatever, I'll just add a splitter at the end. It's not a big deal. I'll just use one extra tile here, and it's no problem. Okay, that doesn't even come from this side, so we definitely don't need to worry about that. That works. If I could somehow switch these sides, that would also work, but I don't think we need to worry about that. Okay, and now this loops around here, and then also goes down. Let's go this way. Oh wait, how am I designing this one? Oh, this is like the blue science design. This is a separate belt. Whoops. This one goes like this. It's fixed somehow? What, you didn't think it would be fixed? You didn't. I wouldn't have faith either. I can't blame you. Okay, we're going to put all of them on logic because I'm feeling lazy right now. And I don't want to have to figure out which ones are good and which ones aren't. So yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. They should all be activated. And I think we have military. Well, okay, except for the fact that they're missing something. Oh, I didn't give it a accumulator. I just gave it the super substation. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so coal latency's got to be a little bit high with this, but I think it works. Design-wise, this is fine. I think technically this isn't enough production, so I probably need to expand it to 10. Yeah, okay. Since I don't have any beacons in this design, we could also just put a beacon right here. Natural use of coal. Yeah, we actually have coal being consumed. Not just for coal. Not just for inserters, but like for their intended purpose. It's great. It's actually makes this so much more complicated. Just because the throughput of the coal matters for once. It just makes the latency of this incredibly high. But that's fine. Copper is not working. That's an easy fix. Okay, and then I think they all have... They technically run full speed for a while, but that's fine. They're overproduced. We do seem to be getting some military. Is the prioritization good? I just need to make sure I connected everything right. This is coal. This is on logic. Okay, logic line. Oh, wait. That makes it a little bit easier. Logic line. Still the logic line. Still the logic line. Awesome. I just had to make sure I didn't accidentally take from this one. Because this coal actually comes from elsewhere. This is not on logic. Or it is on logic, but it's on different logic. I could actually stop reading these belts if I want to. Which I might as well. Very minor improvement to performance here, but might as well do it. Maybe reprint with all the coal. Maybe reprint whole with all those grenades. This coal might be enough. The latency is high, but there is enough coal. We have 30% more coal than we need. It's just gonna have like a 5-minute latency probably before everything starts. Let's see, 31. Let's leave that for a bit while we figure out where we want this ammo to come from. But yeah, it's definitely worth double checking just in case I sideloaded at the wrong point. So we'll leave that. See if it actually works out. Okay, so we need half a lane of copper. Well, we need more copper for other stuff too, so we should probably just plan for a whole lane. No fuel to ammo. It just takes a while to get there. Basically, all the coal that we have comes from this spot, and the reason we're all coming from this spot is so that way I can use them on logic. This run will be so glorious, yeah. Especially when everything breaks immediately, it'll be fantastic. These things are still very concerning to me. Oh wait, this is an actual issue. So is this one. Okay, I mean it's a very easy fix. It's just weird. Okay, so yeah, this can't grab from a splitter. I mean, it can. We just have to do a prio. There we go. Same with this one. Maybe not same with this one. Okay, I think this fixes it. Basically, inserters don't like grabbing from splitters because they'll start grabbing and then the item leaves the splitter. It's gonna be so. Yeah, we try to avoid it if we can. I mean, if this doesn't run, it's not the end of the world. We do have these gears slightly overproduced, but I think the prio perfectly fixes it, so long as you're only getting fuel from one side. Now, if I did this could still break. But one input, prio on the same side, is basically just a straight belt. So that should be fine. See, we are not getting... we're just now getting those. Okay, so 4-minute start time. That sounds about right. They're connected, right? Okay, so these somehow browned out. Oh wait, that's fine. Honestly, okay, we're pretty close to starting though. Wait, are these not on logic? Oh, they're not on logic. Because I copied them weird. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then ammo latency should be pretty high. If this is... Okay, we're at 6 minutes. My estimate was pretty darn close. I like it. Cool. So this is enough military science, and this will go probably just... Actually, how much steel is this? This is 12. Okay, I was gonna say maybe we can just send the steel through here, but that won't work. We don't have enough for that. So this is going to go right there. That means we need a... In what order do we need? Copper lane and then a brick lane above that. Or if we do bricks first, and then copper above that, that lets us use copper for stuff later. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Do we have a brick lane that I was happy with? We need 12 bricks per second, right? So that should be a little bit under one lane. Honestly, I like this lane. We'll use this one. Okay. So brick lane can just go here. Wait, was this before I got off the coal grid? Oh, wow. That's built early. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have so much fun connecting all the power plants. Or connecting power to every single machine, because we've never connected power before. These seem to be working all right. Oh, okay, it seems like we do have enough of everything. Very nice. Okay, so we have steel, then we'll do copper, then we'll do bricks. And then a copper lane. We haven't done a pure copper lane in a while, actually. We have a couple options. So if you want a full lane of copper, like I could just do a double lane of copper. But I don't really need that. I think I just want a short half lane like this, because all we need is 7. 7.5 per second? A little under 7 per second. I want to say. Let's see. What does it say we need? It says we need 6. We really need like 5. You wonder if base will build green circuit outposts by making a robot zone and not transporting it by trains? I'm not sure what that means. When you say green circuit outpost, what's green circuit outpost? Oh, also, is space science hand fed in the 100% runs? Because I was looking through the base and I cannot find where the space science belt one was. No, it's not. What the heck? Where where is it? Well, I guess this is an old design, so I don't... Hopefully it's... Yeah, that's why I was confused. Okay. Is the chest hand-built, though? Is that what it is? Is the chest hand-built because of the achievement? They don't want to risk it? Bot-built? I'm so confused. Maybe I don't have that blueprint. Or something? I don't know. I know this is an old version of the base, but I imagine that part probably hasn't changed. Neat, but not useful. There it is. This is the final version, right? Oh, wait. Is it the final version? I think this is the full build. Wait, maybe I'm missing something. Bots build in part 7. Okay. So I thought I pasted part 7 here. Maybe I didn't. Well, that explains why I couldn't find it then. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. I was just wondering about that. There's logic to not send block boxes to red chest before first rocket. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I thought they were just handcrafted until they launched a rocket, but that's better. Part 6.3 and .4 is before first rocket. Really? Oh my gosh. I guess that makes sense, considering... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. And then you're asking about the GC outpost. We are 100% making green chip outposts with trains. Not sure what you mean by with bot build zone. Do you just mean like not having a building train? Because that's way too far to go to use bots for that. So we will be using trains for the outpost, unless I misunderstood the intent of the question. Okay, that's enough, right? Yeah, that's technically enough. And then we can do bricks here. Now, if I could keep them on the same... Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, this should be fine. Because I would like to have these guys on the same coal grid, just because it simplifies the splitters a lot. Does this actually... Wait, does that work? This was a copper lane at some point. Actually, it might not work. Let's see. I love my lazy ways of connecting the coal that are not going to cause me problems. Okay, train lines and burner base starts to get more and more into inside of the base. Train lines and burner base starts to get more and more into inside of base. Nice. I'm not sure what that means. Is the fish the first launch? I don't know, that's a good question. I feel like technically having it last probably makes more sense, but I doubt it. I feel like rocket launches aren't a limiting factor, so maybe it doesn't matter that much. For me, I'm definitely doing the fish launch later. Hello, Eagle. Welcome. Because I need to get a few extra tiers of mining productivity. So I need more launches. And I want to get those ASAP. Oh, that's true, the satellites. Yeah, satellites are going to be fun. They have a lot of inputs, which is not fantastic with burner inserters. And just the science cost itself. Okay, I think this works. I think there's something I can do to save this tile at the top too. If I change how these are side-loaded, probably. Can you turn that second half of a stone one tile later? Yeah, I can. Does that let me fit this? Though? Or do you just mean to save entities? The underground doesn't need to move. Oh, you mean this? This is this has a better uptime than doing this. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this. Well, no, but oh, that's not what you meant. Okay. Can't you turn the second half of stone? No lower line straight, then up. Yeah, but what does that do? Like, I know we can do this, but that's not what you said. That wasn't the suggestion. That's what I'm trying to figure out what it is. These are conflicting. Turn out to the underground. Don't move the underground. Freeze it there, but move the underground. Oh, you just mean for this. Okay. I get what you were saying. I get what you mean. Does that work? I guess it does. Yeah. I thought we were just trying to save this tile, and I was really confused. It's to make this curve. I wasn't even looking at this line. That makes so much more sense. I was like, dang, we really care about the entity savings here, huh? Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, that's all the bricks we need. This does not have a pattern. It's gonna be fun to fix that. Okay, so copper, which is, wait, is this actually a full copper lane? It's missing an inserter. Pictogram time. Everybody starts like drawing pictures with emotes. Is that what that was supposed to be? Was that ASCII art for what the underground's supposed to look like? Whoops. I thought it was just a face. Oops. Uh, I mean, I guess that's one way of removing a pin. That didn't like time you out, right? I'm just gonna type this just in case.
The way we're doing it is actually to make it.
There we go. Okay. Finally got your new computer up and running fully. Nice. This is the... Okay, the whole computer wasn't 38 kilograms, right? Did it, like, come in a crate? Is that why it was so heavy? I still can't make sense of why it was so heavy. 7800 x times 2. That's a great way to describe it. Confuses everybody who forgets that RTX cards are a thing. Oh, right, the monitor. Okay, yeah, the monitor definitely is going to add a lot. And I guess computers as well are pretty heavy. As long as it works. But my beautiful... Oh, is that... Oh, I deleted your message. Okay, I thought I deleted someone else's. I accidentally pinned it, and when I went to unpin it, I clicked delete because they were right next to each other. Which, you know, happens. Wait, can this fit here? Ooh, wait. Okay, hold up. If we just do a full half copper lane, this fits so nicely here. I love that. And we also need iron, which is also just... Actually, wait, how much iron do we need? A full lane of iron. Okay. Then a full lane of iron here. Okay, now we're talking. Now, iron we don't need to do anything special with, so that's nice. Oh my gosh, wait. All that work. All that work. I mean, it wasn't a ton of work, but yeah. We had no reason to change that underground. Because now this just goes here. Oh well. Still helpful later, maybe. Okay, so we're going to sideload coal here. There we go. Yeah, we definitely will need a counter in the actual run for how many inserters we have to fix. I don't know if I could bring myself to keep up with that. Maybe we can count it in post. Figure out how many things I broke. It'll be great. It's gonna be a mess. Realistically, I think I will do it again. So it's not like we have to reach our goal the first time. It depends what time I get, but I'd be totally fine doing it again and refining the base a bit, because I think that sounds fun. And then I think we can move this a tile lower, right? Yeah, we can move this a tile lower. Yeah, nice. How's the computer been working? Are you going to do test runs as well? We will do small tests, yes. I don't know exactly. We probably won't do a full test run. We will test pasting things, and we will test. We will practice the early game, the first 90 minutes probably, because because for the bot things, like if things run suboptimally, that's fine. We just need to make sure they work somewhat decently with pasting it. And then the early game's the only thing that actually has like a time crunch, which is a lot more significant than it sounds with burner inserters. Do burners have trouble with grabbing from undies? Not if they're grabbing from it horizontally. It's considered like the full length of a belt, even when it comes out of that. They have trouble grabbing towards and away from it, mostly away. Like, this one is mostly fine. This one is pretty much guaranteed to brown out. But horizontal ones are fine. It should be possible to make a difference between your actual base versus your blueprint, then you can count your design mistakes. Oh, that's true. As long as I don't like as long as I don't like hand place extra burners outside of it or something, just like on the edge. And I guess either way, that is counting extra inserters. Actually, no, wait, it's the starter base isn't part of the main, this base blueprint. Never mind, it doesn't matter. So yeah, it would be very easy because the starter base is the only thing that will be somewhat more freeform. I'm not sure if it will be, but it has the chance to be. Does this work? We're going to be lazy right now and just do this. There we go. And then this. Where is iron? I feel like I should put all of these on my hotbar just for each resource because considering we use them so often. Okay, is this working? It's getting iron. Awesome. Okay, and now this is the thing that I'm kind of not sure about. We need coal, and we don't mine coal anymore. And the coal that we do have is over here. So that gives us a couple options, I guess. I don't really love either of them. Wow, we've filled up the buffer. This produces a lot more than I thought it does. Oh wait, we're running at 2 times speed. That makes more sense. This has not been filled up, so these just aren't running. Is the logic broken? Okay, now it's running. I think we broke the logic here. This looks like it's getting way too much, way too many blue chips. Surely blue science mine coal for plastic. Well, yeah, but that's far away, is the thing. We have, at this point in the run, we have 2 plastic connection, or 2 coal connections. We have here our initial plastic, or initial coal, so we'll have like 4 to 6 belts of coal right here. But unfortunately, none of them make their way. They all stop about this point. And then we have coal over here for plastic, like you mentioned, which I guess that's not that far away. It does cut across the base, but that's not a problem. So, I mean, yeah, we can work with that. It's better to cut across the base than it would be to get a second coal mine. I was just hoping to have something over here. But yeah, it looks like we'll just have to have more coal. Why do I have modules in these? Oh, to save on petroleum, I guess? I don't know. So we do not have extra coal, so that's fine. We can take this one. Doesn't quite work. I think Nephrim's had to put into sushi when from corner and item is on short lane. Oh, it doesn't work. Is that why it's broken? Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't do thorough tests with that. It just looked like it kind of worked one time, so I went with it. This isn't the exact connection it will be. This just shows me what I need to do, because this will probably be realigned as it puts more than it needs to. Okay, we can make this one tile wider then. That's not a problem. So something like this would work then. I imagine that fixes it. Wait, why is coal on that side? Oh, because we just flipped it. Okay, let's see if that works. That works a little bit better. Blue science list is one. Read and hold. Do we have another instance where we're putting on the corner? I don't think that's our only one. Or maybe we might have used... Oh, I think we used to have it, but then we removed it. This one's fine because because this one is a ratio of like 1 to 4, so that if that does a little bit extra, that's not the end of the world. Where else do we have sushi? These aren't grabbing from corners. These aren't grabbing... This one is grabbing from a corner. Okay. Yeah, we'll not risk it. Don't know why power went out. Okay, and then I think there's one more instance of sushi in my base. This one. Okay, this one's weird, but this one's fine because this doesn't use a ton of steel. This one might be problematic, so let's move this down as well. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to preserve the logic here without having to redo it. Okay, that should work. These are weird distinctions for the two, but that's fine. This is supposed to filter out circuits. Wait. This doesn't have a filter. Oh, this side loads batteries and the rest of the Okay, I thought this was filtering circuits for some reason. Okay. I think everything's fine now. How are these? These are all dead. That's fine. I think we just have to accept that we need to click this at some point, which I'm scared to do because it's gonna just break everything. But yeah, we need to do it. These don't have any... Oh. Well, that's fine then. And then solid fuel. Yeah, we still haven't figured out solid fuel production. But military science seems good. That was my main goal right now. Fixing military. Right now we'll do a rough connection. I imagine... we haven't cleared the belt yet. Okay, military and blue science I have going together. I think I might actually switch it to space science and military, and then blue science as a pure resource. Now this does have a small disadvantage of technically the inserters are a little bit less balanced that way, but I don't think we have inserter speed issues with this many labs. We were when we were doing the original lab design that was like 8 beacons, but now I think it's probably okay. Because space science is probably going to be coming from up here. And there's really no reason to send military all the way down here if we're, launching a rocket here. Another option is to have a rocket right here. Normal base, 3 pipes of oil. Burner base, 10 pipes just for inserters. Yeah. And we haven't even looked at how much we need for power. Actually, that reminds me, I do need to re-examine power. I might make the rocket here, actually. Or here. Honestly, we have a pretty good, compact base. We, misjudged this gap. But, if this was just shifted over a little bit, it almost fits perfectly. So that's kind of cool. Knowing we could have had this, really tight. Now we just have this 2 small gaps, but they're not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. But yeah, that does remind me. I was thinking about power, right? And this is currently our power design. However, this is only the starter power. We eventually switched to steam turbines. And there was something I was considering. For what is this train? Mining outposts? Yeah, mostly... it's supposed to be for... It was supposed to be for, the resource outposts that give, iron and stuff. I don't know if we'll actually be needing those. So we might just delete it. And just have... We might just delete it. Or use it, or turn it into the future building train instead. The green circuit outpost. It was supposed to be the train that gives us the mining outpost to build like the burner drills, but honestly, they're not that far. Like, they tend to only be like 300 tiles. I might just build that with belts instead of using a rail network. We'll see. Depends what I'm feeling. Which power plant isn't fully compacted? And in what sense? Does that work? Yes. And then this can just go straight through. Yeah, it's fine. We can clean it up. Yeah, not sure what you mean by that. It is wider than a normal lane, but that's because we're doing direct fueling like this, which that is actually why I brought this up. We need to calculate advanced oil. So what I'm thinking is that we don't need cracking, or maybe that's just being lazy. But we have a couple options, right? We could either balance these assemblers around having like two heavy oil furnaces, or we can crack the heavy oil and the light oil. I think technically the cracking is better. Honestly, there's little reason not to crack. But yeah, the power plant is for entity savings because we can't use assembling. Because we can't use nuclear. You vote crack. We love cracks. That's a good reason. That you pasted on top as middle boilers can alternative and have pipe only after the first boilers. When you say pipe, are you referring to this outer side? Oh, you mean this pipe? That just had to do with how the power pole's connected. But this one doesn't matter that much. Question if they can't fit like gear teeth. I mean they probably could. Well, no, the pattern is 2 to 1, so if you fit them like a gear teeth, I mean, I guess you can make a new pattern. So it's that's bringing up is more compact, better than a pipe, probably. I think I see what you mean. Like you're suggesting we do this, but then that makes connecting power really hard. If you make pattern 1 to 1, then it works. Yeah, the problem with the pattern is it makes it really annoying to connect pipes. So I'd have to manually change everything. Looks like there's some redundant connections, make me strongly suspect this is doable. I don't take any responsibility for this. I'm gonna blame Tice. He made the design. But yeah, there's probably some changes that can be made. What I need to figure out though is what am I limited by here? Whoa, that tells me how much solid fuel I need. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Oh my gosh, how many refineries does this need? 130 petroleum, okay. Oh gosh, this is so much worse than I thought it was. So much worse. Oh my gosh. This is so many refineries. Okay, I know it's less efficient What if I do them in pairs? Maybe that's what I do. Because like right now I'm looking at this. Also, we don't need to worry. I probably should have mentioned it. We don't need to worry too much about compacting it because we're going to be we're using steam turbines, so this only matters for the first like 200 engines, which is literally like one set. Honestly, we'll probably have those hand-fed, hand-built, but we'll be using steam turbines, which means anything, which is why we haven't done any savings there. Remember to crack heavy to light to save on oil needed. Yeah, that was the idea. I was trying to figure out like a perfect ratio, but I don't think it'll work. Honestly, if I could build this as substations or medium power poles, I think this would work really well, right? Yo, trailer song, nice. Yeah, I'll probably have this built with medium poles. Okay. This one, I imagine we can't really compact because there's nothing. There's nothing left. I will delete one section here. Because we might as well. We might as well make it look cool if we can. But yeah, I was hoping that I could basically have a blueprint to where I just paste the refineries here, and it's exactly a 1-to-1 ratio of the refineries produced to these, because that would make balancing the fluid a little bit easier, right? But the problem with that is that this is just, well, you can see, this uses 65 and 133. I'm going to add that to a whitelist, actually. Kirk McDonald. Give me one moment. That's going on the Nightbot whitelist. Command, no wait, is it spam protection? Blacklist? No, links. There we go. Okay, I think it should be good now. Was there an actual link there? Or is it just generic? Like to a specific thing, or was it just to a generic GitHub? Or just to generic Kirk McDonald? But yeah, basically this uses 130 and 65, but these produce not that ratio. So we have a couple options. One of them is to have an unbalanced amount of light oil, which is probably the easiest option. I don't know why. Yeah, just use an unbalanced amount of light oil. And then I think for UPS purposes, it's actually best if we use up the one that runs out first, so the pipe can stop. Right? Does that actually save anything? I mean, it's a little bit better. It's not going to make a huge difference. But yeah, we can change the. What is this? What cracking gives us? But is it even worth it to produce turbines? You don't need as big a power plant as a normal one. Ha! That's not true. Our power plant is the exact same size, if not larger. Because we have to use steam turbines, or because we have to use steam power. Our water requirement is the same for like 1/5 of the production. It's great. So yes, we do need the turbines. We do want the turbines for that, because it's important to save this. It's a fair assumption, but yeah, our goal is like 3 gigawatts. Our estimate is about 3 gigawatts for our base. And all of the outposts. Which is significantly less than a normal run, but since it's steam power, it actually ends up being the same amount of water, which is really fun We have to use the entire, I'll have to use the entire lake blueprint. I'm not sure how exactly I want to build this though. I mean, we need cracking. Do we need logic on the cracking? The turbines and engines still use the same amount of water. Not per gigawatt. They use the same amount of water at a peak, right? But they don't use the same amount of water per gigawatt. And this is for space saving, if that's what you mean. Because we need to have like 20 of these. Right. So even though you're not like saving water here, half the size of something like this is pretty significant. Or not half, but like a third, 30% smaller. Like, it's not that we're saving water here, but we're just making this, we're making the plant significantly smaller for not a huge increase in price. So that's why we're doing it, to make the footprint better, and to make water pressure easier to manage. But yeah, for just using them in Steam, yeah, they're basically, it's literally just 2 engines condensed to 1 less tile. But yeah, I was trying to think of how we can connect the oil, and I thought it would be cool to have the oil connecting like on the end, but then that runs the risk of, if you ever run low on water, you're not going to prioritize oil and it'll brown out. So I think we need to put the refineries like awkwardly above and have the pipe like split. Like have a pump here, and then some of the water goes down and then the rest goes up. Something like that. And then refineries on the other side, because I feel like building them together makes a lot of sense. There's no reason to, build 500 refineries immediately. So I would like to keep the cracking in this footprint, or in this width. I think that would be worth it. Yeah, let's see. So this is, okay, that's ideal cracking. No, is it? Is the cracking ratio 1 to 5? Looks like it's 1 to 5. For getting rid of the heavy oil. Yeah, I don't really know how to use Kirk McDonald that well, I'm realizing. I don't use it very often. Or just dedicated pump with water for refinery. Yeah, that's another option. I wasn't sure how much water the refineries would need, which is why I just wanted them to kind of just go together. But yeah, we don't really need it. I just thought it would have been cool to just go off the same water. It really has there's no reason for it. So yeah, we'll probably just have it separate. Yeah, there's obviously an ideal ratio. I just have no idea what it is. Is cracking with modules worth it? Is that something you should be doing? I know they do it I think they do it that way. I want to say they do that in default settings, but I think that's because of an oil bottleneck. I don't know if it's better for power. It probably is definitely not worth it. But it's a 1 to 5. Or 5 to 1, I guess is a better way to phrase it. Feel it. You need to input the desired solid fuel production based on boiler consumption. How much solid fuel do you need per power liner? Those are all good questions. 38 assembly machines, or no, 76. 76 times 1.8. That is 42 megawatts. Wait. That's a divide. 136 megawatts. That's about 10 solid fuel per second. 11.4 solid fuel per second. Oh wait, so I can just use it to calculate them separately. Do I need to do them individually? I probably would have to do it individually, don't I? But yeah, the answer is 11.4 per second. If I combine them, will it do magic to try to like be smart? Maybe it can auto math for me. Probably not. Yeah, because it doesn't know how much of each one I need. Oh wait. Okay. No. I've got nothing. Algebra is the only way I can think to solve this. Some kind of algebra equation. And I don't want to do algebra right now. But I do know that it's a 1-to-4 ratio for solid fuel. That's good to know. That produces 66 extra petroleum. Okay. Well, that gives me some numbers to work with. Don't know if they're useful numbers, but it does give me some. I guess I could just look at... Okay, wait. No, I think that works, right? I just look at light oil and then see how much petroleum I have extra and then convert that based on how much petroleum I need. I think that'll give the perfect ratios. So we don't actually need to know how much solid fuel we need right now. Let's just let's give it a clean number. Like 9 solid fuel per second or something. It's saying I need 5 of these and 1.2 of these. I mean, math is easy. I just am not good at doing it without a sheet of paper. Like, math's my best subject, man. I mean, I know I joke about it on stream, but like, I'm not bad at math. It's just hard to do math on a stream in a way that's not incredibly boring, so I just ramble and guess. Oh wait, it's already giving me solid fuel. Okay, so it's assuming if you're making solid fuel, you want to convert it all. I did not realize it already did that. Why does it calculate it that way? That's weird. Well, okay, that makes it easy then. And then that means we need 7 for here, 7 for solid fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the rest are light oil. Which I'm realizing now that balance doesn't work, so we have to do something halfway down the line to switch that. 3, 4, 5, 7. I'm realizing now that I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is when it needs to switch, which I think we can do like this. I think that works fine. Not get the refineries to be full of petroleum and stop them from working later. Well, yeah, but it's like a calculator, right? Like I figured if you put into a calculator, hey, I only want solid fuel from light oil, it would only give you solid fuel from light oil, and just assume you're buffering it or something. That was my assumption. that means we need 6, well, 7 technically, and then 2 chem plants for cracking. So the thing is, I think we need to have one extra. I feel like we need to have one extra solid fuel, or one extra of each of them, just to allow for mistakes or like imbalances if things get offset, right? So, well, I guess it will naturally balance itself out. Actually, yeah, never mind. It will eventually burn it. Like it's not like things just back up forever. We might have like sudden bursts in power, but it's probably not the end of the world. So maybe we'll be fine. So this looks like it's pretty easy to fit in here. So that's nice. So the heavy oil, I imagine we can just send straight up. Actually, do I want to use beacons? Are beacons worth it? Now I'm curious if beacons are worth using in refineries. Probably not, considering I'm using them for a power plant, right? Increasing my power consumption seems like a bad idea. Like I'm even considering using efficiency modules here. Although I guess it's not too bad. I mean, they do use like 10% of the power they're producing though. Is this the right side? I don't think it is. Heavy oil cracking. Oh, it is. Oh, nice. Wasn't expecting it to be. Good luck, good luck. Aren't you UPS limited super hard? I mean, kind to some degree, yeah. Not so UPS limited that I can't do stuff like this, though. We're just gonna... We basically just hit a wall when we're like 3 hours before the run ending, where we just are gonna do achievements and then walk away for 3 hours, but... I mean, it's not like that's a huge chunk of the run. Like, it's not great, but we still have like 7 hours of stuff to do before UPS is a problem. So it's not like we won't be able to play or have fun. It's just it just means we have a couple hour wait at the end once we've built all the outposts. But I mean, we'll be able to get up to like probably 6 million green chips per hour. So I imagine it's only going to be a 3 hour wait. Or my estimate is that's only going to be about a 3 hour wait. This been messing around. Looks like one light oil plant can sustain 4 boilers. $1.8 times 76. Did I use the wrong number? Wait, when you say light oil plant, oh, are you talking about these things? The plants themselves? Yeah, the chem plant to boiler plan. It's definitely not ever so slightly. It's like 30% of the boiler is being consumed. It's definitely not worth doing a 4-to-1 ratio. Because it's yeah, it's less than, I know it's less than 3.5. 1 to 3.3. Yeah, that's leaning more towards excess, or leaning more towards not enough with 3 than it is like ever so slightly without 3 or with 4. That was a weird sentence. I said what I meant, but it didn't. It was a weird sentence. This is a weird connections. 310 perhaps playable. You mean for the ratios? The ratios, that's what we So the thing is, it's direct feeding, right? So we don't have that much wiggle room for ratios. We can do a 4 to 1. You can do a 1 to 4, a 1 to 3, or a 1 to 2. There's not really anything in between that that we can do. Is this worth making compact? I don't know if it is. Also, I need 7 and 7 and 2 is the right number, I think. I can definitely, honestly, I think it's easier if I have it rotated this way, right? Oh no, wait, we just stagger them. There we go. Wait. Staggering doesn't work, does it? Staggering does not work. At least not like that. Okay, you know, we're gonna keep building this. We'll see if it works, and then somebody's gonna be like, yeah, here's a much better way to do it, because I do not use oil refineries very often to this degree. Yeah. We need another tile. We need another. We need another. Oh wait, we have a space to work with though. Well, that's it's simple enough. Wait, we need more than that though. Okay, never mind. Well, yeah, no, that doesn't work. No center spine. Oh, that's true. I guess I don't need that, do I? Or do I? I can't figure out how to get the petroleum out. Oh, wait. Oh, I see the problem. It's because I had them in a really weird order. Okay. Yeah, this should work. And then I think I can actually stagger them. Check old build from existing 100% for this. Um, is there anything I could repurpose from that? Because like I'm specifically trying to make something that fits in exactly this area. It's not like we're not making the ideal advanced oil design right now. We're making one that fits in line with these. I haven't actually looked at their design though. Maybe I could copy part of that. Let's see, where is it? What looks like oil? I guess zooming in would be easier than trying to guess. Oh wait. Yeah, there's too many symbols right now. And the center one must be the one that is on the same output fluid. Yeah, I just need to stagger them the different direction, and then we're good. Okay, theirs face the opposite way. I'm imagining they have more, right? Is that all they need? No, there has to be more. Yeah, this is starter oil. There's no way that's all their oil. There you go. Okay, so yeah, they stagger the insides. Which makes sense. And the center one must be the one that is on the same output fluid. Oh wait, I already read that. But yeah, they just have them staggered this way, which does make more sense. Like something like this. I don't know if that's denser, but it is cool. And then the idea I had, was to stagger them, or the idea was to stagger them this way now, so that way they can go straight across, I think, with this design. Okay, so this works. Do I love it? Actually, I do. I kind of like this. It looks pretty cool. Now, we don't have any cracking for petroleum, but I think that's fine. Oh, wait. I just realized. When I looked at this, I'm like, we need 7 chem plants, but they're not fully producing, so we need to increase it. What's the ratio? 26 over 7? And their answer was 15 over 7. Okay, we just need 1 extra, and then we should be good. That one is right here. Okay, now it's the better ratio. Hopefully. Wait, we can move that down, can't we? That still reaches? Okay, cool. There we go. I like that. I think. I guess we'll figure that out, huh? Okay, so these are not connected. Now they are. And then light oil. I don't know. I guess we could do that. We don't need that one. Okay, this probably is fine. I think it's self-balancing because everything is just burned. As long as we don't get like too far off the ratios with the cracking, I think everything works out. Now maybe it's not a good idea to have these on separate grids. I don't actually know. Because like the way this is set up, I was just thinking, hold on. Someone's at the door. That's not the font that's supposed to be. I don't have my new fonts. Or I don't have my fonts set up. Weird. But yeah, we have two different ways we could do this. One is we could have one oil processing facility that just makes everything we need for like a group of them. Or we could have one thing that we paste above all of them. And that's the one I'm leaning towards, but I don't know how big of a deal it makes. Or how big of a difference it makes. It's one tile wonky. Sure, I'm interested. Is it much different than this one? Wait, is it like this? Hold on. Is it wonky like this? I'm not sure how you're sharing that, but there's an allow link if you have one. It's offset as in the left side is one tile offset from the. It's wonky as in the left side is one tile offset from the right side. That's a lot wonkier than I pictured. I'm really curious what that looks like. Oh my gosh. This almost lines up perfectly except for the fact that that's heavy oil. Okay, let's see. Copy. Which one's import? Oh, vertically. Well, that's not bad then. Wait, what is this ratio? Oh, this is a 4-to-1 ratio. You can get 3-to-1 direct input. If you have a blueprint, I'm interested in that. Wait, what's the point of... Is that closer? Isn't that's not really that much, that far off. 3-to-1, but double the light oil usage. What's the point of, well, we can't really double the light oil usage. Swap red and yellow on the output refinery. Yeah, that makes one of the connections easier. Which one? This one. Actually, does this fit here? Actually, wait, is it Factorio bin? Hold on, that one might actually be... I might actually have that one whitelisted, and if not, I'm going to. Links. Factorio bin is whitelisted without permission. Yeah, I added that one. Petrol uses twice as much petrol as light oil. Fuel uses light oil. Oh. Gotcha. You mean double the light. Wait. Isn't that the ratio I have? So I have, I think we have the same ratio right now. Because if I didn't really highlight it, this one switches to using pure light oil about halfway down. So this one's also like a 1-to-2 ratio there. Okay, and this one is the 10-to-1. Oh, that uses too many inserters though. Don't... Does that have a benefit? In terms of pipe connections? I don't love this. That adds a lot of inserters constantly running. Unless it has improvements elsewhere. But gotcha, yeah, I see what you mean here. But this one does look cool. Oh, this one doubles up as inserters as well. Is that good or bad? Is this one necessary? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one's probably... Okay, we can probably remove a lot of those, though. But yeah, my concern with this is that these chained inserters do add up. It doubles but isn't necessary. Okay, so this one's kind of cool. Does it have any advantage other than looking cool? Honestly, this one's easier to connect water for, which is kind of cool. just a little bit. So it doesn't actually have a downside of being offset like this. It looks more compact, but I know that's not true. It's just the spacing is more consistent. The water connection. Yeah, exactly. The water connection is perfect. I don't know why it looks more compact. Is it just because... I think it's just because this is filled. Oh wait, I didn't realize that's how those are connected. Oh, so that adds more pipes. So it looks more compact because there's just more stuff in it. Got it. It's cool though. I like the alternative designs. You know, I mean, I could probably still stagger this one regardless, though. Like, I think I can just stagger this design. I didn't think I would like the stagger. But the fact that you can't have two water pipes next to each other means you need a stagger anyway. More of the planes are near each other, so it might be less pipes total. Possibly. See, that's... Let's copy it to be the same size. 27. Wait, what? What? Oh, it doesn't have the same pattern. Okay, it doesn't have the same pattern, so I was trying to copy it like in sets. It would be cut here. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm very confused. How do these have different numbers of chem plants? What? I'm so confused. um, This is using 3 going into... Oh, this one's using 3 going into 4. Oh, I see. Okay. You only made one of those, don't ask me. Okay, so that's why it's different. So this is a 3-to-2 ratio. This is a 3-to-1 ratio. This is an 8-to-3. Which one's closer? Wait, am I trying to get a higher number or a lower number? That's the real question. Your petrol only feeds 2 boilers. Oh, okay. Well, I see 3. No, I see 3 in yours. They all seem to feed 3, and then these ones feed 4. Somehow. Oh, so it does actually need... Oh, it does actually need this many inserters. Okay, so that uses 20% more inserters, actually. That's a lot. This design looks really cool, though. I like this one. UPS-wise, it's, I think, worse. Unless it saves it somewhere else. So with that, there's need for more inserters to balance fuel. Yeah, basically. Idling inserters, I guess, aren't terrible. Which is why, like, I would rather have an extra inserter than this one. Because this has... You know, this means each of them runs half as often. This means both run twice as often, which is not great. Or both run constantly. I think it does make sense to... Actually, no. I think these are going to be wide either way. Oh, do you have a modification of it? Ooh, what is this? This is cool. It doesn't have an advantage, but I think it's really cool. Does this have the ideal ratio? What does this do? One to 3. That's a really cool design. It looks awesome. Placing on ground is particularly terrible. Yeah, but what if we only place on the ground? What if we just do this? I think that's the real strat. It's too powerful, so we haven't mentioned it before, but no, it's the best strategy for the run. I'm just realizing now we can't get water out of here. I mean, we can, it's just not how I wanted. Is that all we have to do? We need to connect this in a different spot. There we go. That works. Not only can an inserter only move one item, they can also be blocked by random trees. Oh, I forgot about the random trees. Yeah, that's why you always had to do the decon and any percent and stuff. Because of those trees. Okay, how do we get water over here? That's the real question. I guess I can do that. I probably shouldn't. I mean, you know what? It fits. It is exactly the right footprint, isn't it? See, well, this won't tessellate. I think I need to design them to actually share with the design next to it. Put the chest in between them to buffer spots. The power plant has chest. Honestly, having the backup fuel is kind of nice. Yeah, I think we can make this tessellate very well. And then we can remove all of these power poles, which is cool, which is good. So I'm imagining medium poles, but we could also use substations. How expensive are substations? How much does 7 substations cost? I imagine they're not too bad, right? Yeah, that's not terrible. You literally never use them. Well, yeah, I don't need them, but it looks cool. They fit perfectly. It's just one of those things where like the turbines are probably like 8 times the cost of the power poles, so the cost isn't that important. The other alternative is staggered medium poles and using a lot of them. Like that. Funny that belt direction can have an impact on inserters' chain speed. Yeah, they have trouble grabbing from... Inserters get slower grabbing from belts sometimes. It's weird. Very annoying. Yeah, I think something like this works well. How expensive do you consider red chips? Let's see. We need a grand total. Well, how many gigawatts is this? This is 130 megawatts, right? Something like that. Yeah, this is 130 megawatts. We need 30 of them. So I don't know why. We need up to 30 of these. So that is a grand total of 200 substations. Which is 2,000 red chips. I consider that not expensive. Not very expensive. Over the course of 1,000 red chips over the course of 5 hours is probably fine. That's like what, 20? That's not much, right? I'm producing like 10 per second at this point. That is literally a minute of red chip production. 1 to 2 minutes of red chip production. Wait, how many are we producing at this point? Yeah, that's 2 minutes of red chips. I think we can swing it. If we were using them more often, maybe they get expensive, but yeah, it seems very reasonable. We can even increase it like that. Okay, now we need infinity. No, not infinity pipe. Well, yeah, yes, infinity pipe, but not that one. Fair costs are so skewed in this mode. What do you mean by this mode? This doesn't actually work. They won't be spaced this close to each other. This is just for testing purposes. Does this mode mean like 100% or burner? Burner percent. Okay, we do need a little bit of power to start it though. What? Oh. Editor mode. That's what I was thinking at first. I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. I just looked up the cost. Yeah, editor mode does make it a little bit harder to tell what things cost for sure. Okay, so I didn't connect them right. Didn't we like swap them? Or did we just say we'd swap them and then we didn't? I think we just said we'd swap them and then we didn't. Okay. Well then. That's fine. We'll just do this for now. Then clear it. There we go. Okay, now it's running. Okay, they should be the perfect ratio, but that's only if things connected properly, and they probably didn't. Also, we can't use substations here. Not well. I could probably rearrange the poles a little bit, but the way we have it set up, we can't fit the substation, so we'll use regular poles here. Also, this doesn't really benefit from substations. This one does just because of the lack of gaps. Well, and having to cross the boilers. But it's a lot easier to fit, to power both sides with one medium pole here. So yeah, literally no reason to use substations. Saves like 2 entities and is like a lot more expensive. Slightly more expensive. These don't consume nearly as much power as I thought they did. Okay, so we're using like 2 megawatts. It looks like to well, these have efficiency modules in them. Okay, so we're using 4 megawatts of a 138 watt power plant. Okay, so we're using like 3% of our power into oil. That's not too bad. We can always add efficiency modules if we need. I don't think they're all connected. I don't know why. Ah. It's just this one that's broken. The one at the old transition point. Okay, so maybe I don't use substations. Because now it's up to like 9. Okay, never mind. That's still very cheap. And I'm pretty sure I have extras placed in a lot of spots. Like we can start staggering them. That would work. Okay, that fixes that. And then this can go down a tile. Okay, what did that do? That removed like 1, right? Oh, okay, that brought it back down to the original number. Okay, so this one doesn't actually run. So that's not great. I'd argue that's slightly important. But it's a very easy fix. That meant a lot. I think that's the only one that's not running, though. Okay, can't we... Doesn't the infinity accumulator let us add a cost? Oh, I don't know what unit it's in. Is this one in a more usable unit? Yes, okay. Yeah, it's in like joules per tick or something, isn't it? Like some really weird value. Oh, wait. Input. Right? There we go. Okay, let's see if we got the ratios right. Something to kickstart it, and then we put this here and hope it works out. Which it probably won't, because I think we just rounded out like that. Maybe not. Maybe don't place the thing that gives it like 80% of its cost immediately. That would be useful. Or 80% of its production immediately. Now they should be kickstarted, right? Yeah. Wow, the start delay of these, seems pretty solid. I don't know why they're low on power. Oh, because I didn't count for these. Or maybe it's because I did primary. It's something absurd like kilojoules per tick. Yeah, that would make sense. Wait, does this not produce as much power as I thought it did? 76 times 1.8, right? So why was this browning out? Don't really know. Oh, the chemical plants. Oh, I forgot about the power consumption of the chemical plants. That makes more sense. Okay, so I feel like this adds up. I might need efficiency modules in here. Efficiency modules would save me in literally like 2 power plants problem. An entire power plant section. I guess that's not that much. But we are looking at like 10% of our power is going into power. Speed modules? Um, speed modules where? God modules. Yeah, that's what we need. In refineries. Is that better? I wasn't sure how that worked. Like I know speed modules are great in refineries if you want the plastic, but when you only care about the power, I wasn't sure if they were worth it. Because it seemed like the power consumption increase would be substantial. Okay, so this one in the middle, I think, is when the light petroleum starts to run low. So I think I actually have to add one extra on the end. One, two. Yeah, we'll probably just have to have this one extra on the end to make it run more evenly. But the ratio, fortunately, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be close. Okay, this seems to be working well. They do seem to all be running pretty constantly. This one does dip a little bit. That makes me wonder if I should just cut it. But the problem is, I think it would be better to have underproduced petroleum. Because the thing is, the petroleum is the thing that doesn't get cracked. So that one we need to run out. We need to make sure that one always runs out. Otherwise, light oil backs up. But I don't know. Maybe there's like I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. Is that bad for performance? I mean, probably a little bit. I don't think it's substantial. But having like one boiler occasionally not running probably isn't the end of the world. But yeah, there's a good chance we can just cut it. But it does keep them... It is like a small uptime. I guess what I could do... I could do that, right? If I could somehow fit that in there. Because then it's pretty close to the perfect ratio. Power dropped. Oh, yeah, because I dropped the boiler. But yeah, I think that works, and it keeps it the same height. More inserters. What would more inserters do? Oh, you mean like the wasting it is more inserters? Give from both oil to the same burner. What if we just power the burners with oil? That's the real strat. Does this work? I think it does. Except for this weird spot over here, which we can't actually power this. Hold on. How do we do this? Okay, I think we can do that. I think that fixes it. There we go. You can add a tank and pump it out when there's too much buffered is also kind of a strat. Yeah, that just didn't seem super necessary here. Did I break this? Because we're only dealing with like fluids. Or we're only dealing with the solid fuel. So it didn't seem like tank logic was that useful. Or at least that necessary. Because I don't think it's possible for it to break in like a... I mean, it can break in a brownout way, I guess. But the balance is pretty close to each other, I think. Did I break power again? Oh, the lines aren't connected. Right, yeah. I love this random transition to medium poles in the middle. Fluid mixing is perfectly possible. If you spin it fast enough, you can mix water with oil, very temporarily, but you can basically make some kind of mixture. I mean, it's not really a mixture at that point. It's just like, it's just a bunch of fluids next to each other, but it's basically a mixture. They're in the same container. Okay, I like this power plant. Oh wait, did I delete the other ones on accident? I wanted to keep this one because it's funny. I like it. Oh, this is what we undid. Okay, and then we did decide that I can stagger these if I really want to, although I doubt I will. Okay, so this one should die. Light oil, solid fuel should... I think if petroleum is overproduced, it's very, very small. This isn't going to give me useful information. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that would be helpful. Okay, so now we need to make it tessellate. Real quick. See how much time... Yeah, we have a bit of time. So this is the annoying part. How do we tessellate with this half? I guess it's not too bad, actually. Yeah, never mind. This is way easier than I thought it would be. Literally not a problem at all. Okay. I think the idea is there. I'm thinking this should actually be rotated. Or like, be produced more over here. Would definitely make a lot more sense. And then save underground. There we go. Yeah, this this makes way more sense. This design. Okay, and then give it a power pole. Make this look like a normal design now. Move it up, up, over, and somehow go around. I think saving every pipe is worth it, right? That's my assumption. Or saving every pipe entity is probably worth it at this point in the run, because undergrounds are not terribly expensive. Okay, so this almost tessellates. This is a 4:7 ratio, which I don't love. And then I could probably connect these if I really wanted to. I can almost make them closer, but that's not really necessary. Because if we make them closer here, they're farther here. So it kind of balances out. And this is the perfect width. Anybody who's built power plants, this isn't a problem, right? The fact that it goes to 2 machines. Or will this cause issues? Because I could leave a gap, but I don't know if it actually... I don't know if there's a rule of thumb for double-sided power plants. We do need space for roboports, I'm realizing. Where did those go? Huh. Probably on the sides, honestly. Something like that, and then we'll have like extra. They'll probably go in the middle actually, and then every other set is going to be like 4 extra tiles longer. That's probably what we're gonna go with. I think it seems all right. Seems good enough. Then an underground. Okay, there we go. We redid that, so let's copy the new one. Okay, I think I like that. Now, does this tessellate? That's the real question. Yes, it does. Awesome. And then heavy. I don't know where petroleum's gonna come, or I don't know where crude oil is supposed to come from. For now, we'll put it up top. In place of 2 turbines to save horizontal tiles. Yeah. That was my thinking. That we would just delete one of these. And then we can add 2 tiles in the bottom. You mean robos in the middle? I'm not sure what you mean. If you mean like right here, there's no practical difference between the two. Because this will tessellate, right? So if I have it on the edges or in the middle, that doesn't change the pattern when I tessellate. Speed module refinery saves 33% refineries at same energy costs. How does that make sense? Gotcha. Too slow in writing. Yeah, that happens. I never get words out in time when typing. They are faster, so you need less. Yeah, but they cost like 3 times the power. No, they don't. I don't believe you. It says 1.1 megawatt on the side. Unless there's some weird hidden mechanic. This doesn't add up. This one is water. This one is 20% more energy. Based on what? Is that using efficiency modules? Wait, that doesn't tessellate? Okay, well, we don't need these ones, and we don't need these ones. So we'll just cut them. Beacons plus efficiency modules might have some merit. I don't know how much merit, but that's a possibility. Okay, so this should be working well, right? I wonder how close we'll actually be able to build them. Oh, is it not actually viable? I've never tried. It just seems like it might be something that you can do. Oh, that's why it broke. Okay. 250. It was trying to consume gigawatts, I think. There we go. Actually, no, that wasn't the problem. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, that's the problem. Is it time for the beacon build with module swapping? Wait, what's the beacon build with module swapping? That sounds familiar. Okay, so these are not getting nearly enough light oil. Is that just because they're still producing it? This isn't outputting heavy oil. Oh, I don't think my... Yes. I see the problem. Well, there's definitely more elegant solutions, but it works. Inserters can pull and push modules into the beacons. What's the module swapping do? Pretty sure filling everything with efficiency ones is cheaper and uses less power than beacons. Oh yeah, that's true. We can just put efficiency modules in it as well. We need to do some estimates though before we actually do that. Okay, now power should be working. Okay. The ratio seems good though. I think this balance is nice. And we have slightly too many chem plants for all of these, so that way it can self-regulate. Well, that's the thing. It's useless. Okay. But what if we alternate power consumption, right? So you make it that during high power spikes of your base running, you swap to efficiency modules. So like let's say you have a solar powered base, right? You start to lose power in the evening because there's solar powers and you don't have enough you don't have enough accumulators. So every time when it starts to get dark, you take out the speed modules and all of your beacons and replace them with efficiency modules. So that way you never brown out. The speed module, like a speed module at the speed module, the I can't think of the word. Speed module, the solar panels. Oh, everything. Ah, yes, everything would work. I think the ROI of 2 efficiency modules is technically less, but it's not that much less. But this is an option if power is a concern, because this does make it a lot more costly though. That adds a cost of about 150 modules, or you make 2 factories, one with efficiency, other on prods. Okay, I like this. Is there more to that, or is it just to have 2 factories? Yeah, 210 modules. Wait, 210? Oh, there's 3 per? Okay. You know, you're not wrong. A factory with speed modules only probably is smaller. Okay, but yeah, 210 modules. Is that a lot? I don't think it is. It sounds like a lot, but I don't think it's that bad. Because this right here is 250. We need... I don't know why I'm pasting them for very simple math. It's literally 250. This is like one of the easiest numbers to multiply together. We need 12 of these max. 3 is a waste. Yeah, I know the last one is less useful. Like, it doesn't get used fully. But I wasn't sure if they're cheap enough that it didn't matter. But this is 150. Or 250. So yeah. Actually, no. I meant to say 150. No, I was right the first time. About 150 modules times. So that's 1,800 modules. That's not that much. So that's about 12 times what you said. So 10,000 green circuits and red circuits. A prod module in the chem plant probably saves more than a third equal module. You're right. The last efficiency module is so bad that just putting anything else is probably better. Or a speed module. That's not useful. Well, actually... No, never mind. Okay, so 2 efficiency modules. You know what? We'll fix... No, we have to fix it now. Oh no, we have to do this by hand, don't we? There has to be a better way. That's true. In that sense, relatively speaking, it is the most powerful. Practically speaking, it makes a difference of 12 megawatts in my whole base, which is why I don't even know if I need efficiency modules at all. Destroy and copy. Well, they have a different pattern, and I don't know what the pattern is, which is why I'm just manually changing them. Because at some point, we switch the pattern. Does this work? Okay, is this point when we change the pattern? Okay, we'll destroy and copy the other side, though, so we at least only have to do this once. Okay, there we go. Missed one. What? Okay, well at least it's just one. Thank you. Use speed modules, it makes a 4-to-1 ratio. I mean, that is true. It does make a... That one is accurate. Well, probably. How many speed modules do I need? 1.4 times 3.3. Oh, just one? Is it just one? That makes it almost exactly a 4-to-1 ratio. That's kind of cool. Can we power them though? I guess that goes back to the old design. It uses a lot more pipes. But yeah, this is the general idea for the power plant. Now this will be a lot higher than the base, since I said we need 12 of these, right? So that means we need a gap for 60 pumps of water, or we get water from the other side. Actually, we'll probably just get water from the other side. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. And then these, I don't know how to calculate how much water we need. Oh, it already does that. Okay. How many total boilers do I want? The goal is 3 gigawatts. So 1,500 boilers. Split the oil into 2 sides of burners. Wait, what does that do? Yeah, that looks nice. And then one north, one south. Wait. Split the oil into 2 sides of burners. Did you say 13? No, not 13. 3. I wish it was 13. So in actual 100% runs, they use about 10 gigawatts. We use 3, and we'll be using the same amount of water. Because we're not using nuclear power. What did I want to look at? Oh, I wanted to look at... Did we save it somewhere? No, we did not. Okay. No, it's this one. Right? No. Maybe. Don't know what power test means. This might be the one I wanted. No. No, that was not. This is not the right one. I don't know if we saved the other one. Oh, wait. Yeah, that makes sense. Efficiency module outpost. That's the design I want. So the thing is, we need a lot of power because we're using these. So this affects how much power I need substantially, like very very significantly. It's the difference between needing 3 to 4 gigawatts and needing 1 to 2. I think is how big of a difference it will make. But one of them requires me to get more drills, so I don't know how I will tell which one's better. I don't know. Does anyone have any ideas? Like, how do you compare? How do you do a test to compare like the UPS of one more outpost? Do I just paste it until my CPU is maxed like I normally do? Like, that's a weird comparison. It lacks speed modules. I wish this could have speed modules. Like, you're joking, but like I really wish we could use a speed module here. I wish burner inserters were good enough for it to work. Huh. I put those in chests. No wonder why that didn't work. Don't know what I expected. Literally all of those went in chests. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I copied this so poorly with that pattern. I should probably download the module inserter mod. Or the... No, that's right. Yeah, module inserter. Yeah, and if anyone's looking at this, yeah, I know we can't use 4 efficiency modules in here. I was just doing a power test. Because 4 and 3 are the exact same amount of power. But basically, our original design used... Let's see if we still have it in the blueprint. We should. Direct fed gears, no. Did we ever make a... Nope, we did not. I'm sure it's here. Well, 500k per minute. Oh, I wish we had a 500k per minute from this one. Okay. But our original design uses prod modules in the cables, whereas this one uses just efficiency modules, and that makes me think I can even make do with just assembler ones. I think that has enough production. Yeah, this is still can consume as much as it needs. So obviously these are the best in terms of cost and power. So let's see, this is minimum of 75 kilowatts. So this is less power and it's like half the cost. Literally almost exactly half the cost, actually. We can even like remove an... We probably don't even need efficiency modules if we use those. But I figured we might as well. So this design... it's hard to say because of uptime. I think this design... It also like fluctuates like crazy. But it's looking like it's about 42 megawatts. Or 30... 35... Yeah, it's about 35 megawatts. Ignoring the refineries, because those aren't part of this calculation. Again, well, actually they are. Because I need more of these if I need more drills. So okay, we can say this is 42 megawatts, whereas the original design is 176 megawatts for 378 assemblers. How do I convert those? Twice as many assemblers. Okay. I guess I can calculate the ratio, right? That should work. So the 162 over 370. So this is 42% of the size. So now this would actually be times 170. So how many megawatts does this actually use? So this is 72 megawatts. This is about 70 megawatts if we were to have the same size of a base here for just the assemblers. So that is 80 megawatts. Okay, good, easy enough. So this is literally half the power. So this requires us to have this is literally 6 less of these, 6 less of these, 6 to 8. And that's the comparison that I need to figure out. Is the water savings and the inserter savings from these worth it for 6 of these? And I don't know how I would test that, because I feel like a lot of that will come down to where fluids are located. Like a smaller power plant is nice, because it means you don't have as many issues routing the water and the oil to power that. But maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe the power consumption of the base is just so small. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, this was another option, to just use entirely petroleum. But considering how easy advanced oil was to set up, there's no reason to use just petroleum. I have an important message? No. Maybe. But yeah, this is an option. It's a lot. Well, actually, how much cheaper is it? It might be pretty significant. So this replaces literally 2/3 of the assemblers with assembler ones. So that decreases our production goal substantially. That's a lot. Does this affect my ratio that much? Since basically the whole idea behind it is I need fewer copper drills running. Because this doesn't make it all the way to the bottom, but this one also doesn't. What is my bottleneck? What determines my production? I think we're limited by iron. Okay, yeah, we're iron limited. But also copper limited? I think we have a balance issue. It looks like we can definitely balance the the iron lane's a little bit better to make it that it stops like perfectly here rather than here, here, and here. Like get rid of that jagged tooth design. Okay, but efficiency modules or production modules. Let's see. We have a 16% reduction in copper. Okay, 16% reduction in copper is not a ton, but it might make the difference of being able to find a patch and not being able to find the patch. I guess that's what it comes down to. Because what would 16% of that be? That's only like 50 extra inserters. I think the power plant savings are better. And just the base savings for my actual like base itself. Because we're looking at this thing, right? Which has a raw cost of 50 versus this, which has a raw cost of like 350 plus 4 extra modules for it. So that's 7 times the price. So yeah, we're basically reducing the cost of the assembler machines by half, almost, effectively. Almost by half, because this is pretty much pocket change compared to this. Is the cost difference really that massive? I guess just modules in general just are that pricey. Yeah, because it's 50 per module and this uses 4. Wow. Okay, so maybe assembler 2s here is the strat. And then, honestly, the power consumption of these is pretty low. We could probably make do without the efficiency modules and make them even cheaper. Because I'm thinking that totals 100, so that's 200 efficiency modules just to reduce the power consumption by 50 kilowatts per assembly machine. Because they're idling half the time already anyway. I wonder if the prod modules are better for inserter throughput. Because they can do larger stacks more often. Probably not, because we're actually iron limited. Maybe here. Yeah, no, it won't make much of a difference. Maybe here. I think this one it does. This one has more actions without prod modules. Not that often. I guess it's once every... It would be once every 5 it has 1 extra action. Probably doesn't matter. Really do not know how to UPS test this. I think my best bet is to paste this a bunch of times and see what my performance is, right? Like, is that the way to go about it? And how do I do this in a way that isn't terrible? Let's see. Let's give it the efficiency modules first. Upgrade from... Wait. Yeah, we're gonna do a filtered one. For upgrade... I say upgrade, but I'm actually downgrading. We don't have instant upgrade on. Or instant upgrading on. There we go. There has to be a better way. The Q infomercial. Yeah, that's the problem with having like a design that's, you know, designed to be compact. Changes are awful. You spend all of your time fixing them. Because you can't just like copy a pattern. You have to do everything pretty much individually. Does this have more belt of resources? I guess it would. Gosh, yeah, I don't even know if I'll get anything... I don't know if I'll get anything useful out of this. Maybe I can figure out how to make sense of the numbers that I get. But I feel like I won't. What we are looking for is well, okay. I think best case scenario, we're looking for the same performance is the goal. That's realistic. To have it not have a significant impact on our run. Okay, so now we should have... That's basically 1 to 3. Okay, we got most of them. I'm worried we got some of the... I'm worried we accidentally got some of the electronic circuit assemblers. Although I don't see any. I don't know how I would spot the difference that easily, though. We're probably fine. Okay, so how much is this? So we can do 4 of these, so we need to use the cloning tool for this, I think. Where is that? Where is the cloning tool? Clone tiles. Actually, that was too much area. We don't actually need the power plant when we clone this. We do need this oil, so I guess we will get the power plant. We're just going to delete it right away. Source and what? I don't know what the problem was there. Okay, we cut power to everything, which makes sense. It's literally what I just did. Okay, they should all be connected. Don't know what that is. Oh wow, that fluctuates like crazy. I don't like that. There isn't really a good way around it, but I don't love it. That mostly comes from these, I think, because everything is just gonna work in like spikes until fuel backs up. But yeah, it's rough. Okay, I mean it's averaging like 80. Is averages what matter here? I don't know. I might need to do some kind of like steam buffer with all of my power. Wait, no. I guess it makes less of a difference whenever I have my entire base hooked up. The averages will be a lot less, or the fluctuations will seem a lot smaller. Okay, so technically I think this works. Okay, we'll see if that's the right ratio, because it should be half the power, which means we should be able to power twice as many things through it. What? Oh, this side isn't connected. There we go. Okay, how's the power? Really bad. Really bad, actually. It does not like this. It's browning out, actually. That seems like I miscalculated something. But I don't know what. I mean, I could cut one of them. Yeah, it shouldn't be this low on power. What if we just cut this one? Maybe things work out. Huh. $11 and $84. Oh, because this is running full speed. Okay, so I guess I did my estimates based on these, but these are idling a lot. So this is the only assembler running mostly full speed. So it's actually not that significant of a drop in power. Still don't know why it's not producing that well, though. Satisfaction is... because this is 114 megawatts. That seems low. No input fluid. Oh, we just don't have enough water. Okay, well that's not accurate then. Let's add a little lake. That should be fine, right? How do we add a lake? I always forget where water is. There it is. Wait, does that work? Does deep water work? I don't know if deep water works. Okay, it does. Cool. Oh wow, it also barely fit. Okay, so that increases our power a little bit. And not a ton. But at least it's no longer dropping. I'm very confused how our other one was not running out of power, honestly. Because this should be less power. Like a lot less power, but it's not. Because this is well, I guess this is a 1-to-3 ratio. And it's not having power issues at a 1-to-3 ratio. And it fluctuates just because occasionally iron like makes it through the last assembler and then it spikes up a bit. This one. So what do we do with this information? If it uses the same power but unstable, you need some accumulators. Well, it's not more unstable than the other version. Like the thing that we just made isn't unstable compared to the old design. They were both unstable. Actually, it looks like this one was underproducing power, so maybe that's why. I do want to do the water thing again. No, where is that? Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize you could cursor replace those. Neat. We need a steam engine. Wait, I don't think accumulators are going to be that useful. Maybe, I don't know. Or is fluctuating bad in terms of UPS compared to like an accumulator? Because it could be worth doing if it's more stable performance. Oh, right. We're requesting a random number of those. Okay, we're going to save this one as... no efficiency module outposts. Let's try to get a number. Any kind of number, really. I'm not picky. I just need a number. Cool, that's not great. Definitely not great. What if we give it... let's kickstart it with some rocket fuel. Or no, we'll just do solid fuel. I don't think the cost of the power plant is that significant. Yeah, it's like 10%. Actually, I guess it is kind of significant. Okay, so yeah, this one uses a lot more power. It is fluctuating as well. So I don't know how to account for that. Okay, this one is actually fluctuating in a way that's bad, though. Okay, so I guess I could clone it? I thought they shared. No, it looks like I built half as much power as I needed. Okay. So let's clone this area then. Can we like fit it in the middle? I feel like we could fit it in the middle if we're accurate enough. Like right here, we can clone this and do a pair. Because until it reaches a steady production, we can't actually get a good idea of how much power it uses. I wonder if I could measure... I could measure solid fuel production. Do you think that would be a more stable way to do this? No, because then these are accounted for. Never mind. Okay, so this is about 100 and... I don't know what to call this. I have no idea what to call that power consumption. How many accumulators would I need to make this work? Actually, are accumulators cheap? I don't know how expensive accumulators are. In terms of like a speed run though, are they still pretty cheap? I guess it depends how many I need. Insanely cheap still. Oh wait, yeah, they're like 5 batteries in a 5 battery or something. You'll need them for the satellite, to be fair. Oh, that's true. If I'm already producing them, might as well just keep sending them to a production. Might as well just keep placing them somewhere. Although they don't seem to be doing anything right now. I think that's because I have too much power. So what do I do? Just like cut part of this until it's balanced? Steam buffer is not an option. They would be an option. I don't know what the performance impact would be though. I don't even know if I need the buffers. Okay, so it looks like this does use about 160. Although realistically, what if I just cut this whole thing? Okay, I think I do need a slight one. Well, yeah, okay, maybe. It might just be because this is a small scale. It might be more having a more significant impact than it would otherwise. This does let me get like a number that's readable, kind of. A little bit more readable. We'll call it 140. 150. Oh gosh, I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. That seems bad. Yeah, Steam buffers might be an option too. It depends where they would go on my base. I love how they just spike. Every time it gets like a prod cycle, it seems to spike. Do I need more accumulators right now, or do I need more steam engines? I might need more steam engines. And if anyone's wondering why I'm not just doing the math to try to calculate the power, it's because we are bottlenecked by we have like a weird mix of inserter speed and furnace limitations with direct feeding. So the listed value on the assembling machine is practically useless. I'm hoping, basically what I'm hoping is once we paste 10 more of these, they'll kind of end up on different cycles, so that way the power fluctuations aren't that steep, or they just coincidentally land on the same cycle and then the power fluctuations are massive. It could go either way, admittedly. But yeah, let's say 150. 4, and then this is what matters though. For 8.2k per minute. 150. Actually, all of the numbers matter. Do I write these down somewhere? Okay. 150 megawatts, 8.2 minute at 169 UPS. Yeah, how do we make sense of these? Because it's not super linear. It's kind of linear, but also not. But maybe I can get like a rough idea. Because the main thing is it a lot worse or a lot better? Because that's what it comes down to. Okay, and then let's do the steam buffer thing again here. Actually, well, this one doesn't. This one we would need to clone it again. Which we can get from here. Perfect. I like how I called it a steam buffer and then just put more steam engines. Like that's a buffer or something. It's like, yeah, that's the same thing. Where's my accumulator battery? My accumulator set. Oh, right. It doesn't carry pace between runs. That would be cool. Okay, I'm missing something. Where's accumulators? I know we found it before, but some things I just always lose track of. Is it here? Okay, it has to be here. This tab makes sense. Or this one. Ah, that's steam engines are accumulators. That's true. So they would be with steam engines. Yeah, they are effectively accumulators, but I didn't want to set up. This seemed faster to do than just pasting a bunch of steam engines. I was wrong because it took me so long to find them. Wait, which ones take too much space? The steam engines or the accumulators? What? But they're so cool. How could they take up space when they're so cool? I think technically that works. I guess coolness has absolutely no, technically has no relation. But I like to pretend it was. Okay, so this is 120 megawatts. For 12k per minute. So 120 megawatts, 12. Is it exactly 12? For min. At yeah, that's the thing. I don't know how to compare the UPS in this case. I mean, this one does produce 50% more at lower power level with only a 20% loss to performance. A 2 to 5 ratio of boiler to steam engines. Just like alternate every like 5. I could try... Okay, I have one more thing I could try. If I completely max out the computer, maybe? Because I think this only makes a difference on a large scale. Do-do-do. Okay, so that's 480. That was a very significant drop from just cloning it once. Although this is, I feel like we're making them very spread. Actually, no, this isn't that spread out. Oh. And then that one didn't change it at all. What? Now I'm very confused. Oh, it's probably because I wasn't zoomed in on the first paste. Can I like rotate the area? I feel like this is not an efficient way to test things. But it's hard. I don't know how else I would test such a large scale base. Especially since like with how cache stuff works, you can't just like multiply the numbers together. Like watt per UPS is not a thing that I can really compare. Oh, that's why. Okay, I was wondering why it seems so low. It's because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1. It's because we only have 15. We need to double this. Okay, this is I don't think I should paste this many at once, but I guess we'll find out what happens. Does everything crash? The moment of truth. Also, unrelated, I've been working real hard on my new video. It's a lot, probably won't be done by the weekend like I thought it was, would be. It turns out it's really hard to edit it. So it'll probably be released like early next week, I imagine, because I'm pretty close. But yeah, it's definitely not going to be released Sunday like I wanted. Unless I stay up till like 2 a.m. every night. Oh, wait. Oh, we might have actually crashed it. uh, hmm. Hmm. How long do I give it before I give up on it? I guess the real question is, would it be faster to just reload? And I think the answer is yes. 5 minutes? Well, 5 minutes is definitely faster to just reload it. But yeah, basically the whole thing we're testing right now is the reduction in the power plant and the cost savings small enough of an impact that I can justify switching to efficiency modules, or is the performance hit going to be significant? Okay, let's just clone it like a normal person then. Actually, I don't know if a normal person does tests like this. I really don't know how. I don't really know how you test the performance of a large base that has a I don't know how to test the performance of a large base that where the cache matters and affects it differently if it's a full base or a small scale. Because obviously, like, if I were just testing like a small scale compared to another one, that doesn't account for benefits that a 3D chip might have. So, yeah, that changes things, which is why I have to just completely max out the base every time. On the bright side, it feels like we have a very, very significant amount of production. Oh. Okay, maybe I don't get to 60. Burner tests. Okay, what are we at right now? We're at 108k per minute. How many is that actually? 106 times. That's about 6 million per hour, right? You can always turn your runs into test runs for perform. Yeah, just go spend. Yeah, just don't mind me. Just gonna go casually spend 12 hours just so I can get to this point in the run, just to know if the design is slightly better. That's definitely faster than what we're doing right now. Easily. Wait. There we go. I guess I could clone it while it's paused, huh? That didn't occur to me. Okay, so realistically, we can do like 3 more, right? Or 4 more? Okay, let's try that. See what we get. Oh, wait. Unpausing with Infinity Chest takes a while, though. This might have been worse. I just realized this is almost as bad as just cloning it 20 times. Almost, though. That's the key word. Almost. They will all sync paused. Well, I'm not too worried about that. The syncing. Although maybe I should have been. Well, because I'm cloning it, they are already, like, all synced. Okay, so maybe this was a bad choice. Oh, wait. Okay, we didn't crash. That's what matters. Okay, so it does not look like we'll be able to get to... Okay, admittedly, we did just increase the size by 50%, so it does make sense why we're not able to reach that goal. But yeah, okay, so 10 million green chips per hour is out of the question. Which, okay, nobody is surprised by. Let's try that. Okay, let's delete one more. There we go. Oh, that's pretty close to 60. And as long as I don't open the production tab. Okay, I think that's as close as we're gonna get. 140k. Honestly, that's pretty good. So that is 8.5 million green chips per hour is probably the peak we would reach. Which is very acceptable. As long as we get up to 5 million, I'm happy. If we get a little bit over that, I'm ecstatic. I just don't want there to be more than like 3 hours after we've pasted all the outposts. Okay, now, is this the efficiency module version? This is the efficiency module version. Okay, so now we need to do the same thing with this base. 5 million would be great. I think 5 million is very attainable. Because we have, like, our first run we got to 3 million, right? The no blueprint one. We got to 3 million. And we have basically improved, I believe that our new outpost is at least like 30% better than our old one, and then also a new CPU. plus the new CPU should make it that we can easily get 50% more than our old base was able to. Because yeah, we got to 3 million with the main base, so I would not be surprised if we can get to 5 million or more with the main base. Now that our now that our green circuit outpost is way better, that's a big thing. And just 3D chips being good. I'm still like sitting here thinking like there has to be a better way, but honestly, like the only way I could think of is having a script that clones these for me, so I don't have to do it manually. But like I think the test would still be the same concept if I have to place the entire base. Because it's just like I was saying with like cache stuff, I've seen a lot of like benchmarks for like when people were like first announced the 5800 X3D and like the 7800 X3D. When people first announced the 3D chips, they started using Factorio as a benchmark, but they did it on bases that were very small and could be sped up like infinitely, pretty much. And you get like performance differences of like 80% to 100% with the small bases. But then with like the larger bases, the performance difference was like 30 to 50, like much smaller. Still very large, still very good. It's just a far cry from an 80% boost. Okay, does this look fine? I feel like this is going to be pretty close to 56. Oh, we haven't zoomed in yet. Never mind. I was immediately wrong. I like how cloning literally clones everything, though. Because imagine how long we would have to wait to do these tests without it cloning what the stuff that's already produced. We would be waiting for like multiple hours. Not multiple hours. We would have to wait. The start delay is about 15 to 30 minutes. I don't know which version I have here. But yeah, we would be waiting for a really long time. Okay, this one's pretty close. Let's see if we can clone it one more time. Oh wait, I think we cut one of them. Yeah, we pasted that one too close. Whoops. Okay, let's reclone it then. Actually, we cut a lot of them. Oh no. Just only test a million inserters. I like this. I like this plan. I don't quite see the benefit of it, but it is a fun plan. I'll give you that much. I actually did. I was curious what it would look like, so I almost have considered just placing a bunch of inserters. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's the inserter limit that matters more than anything. Because those are the worst thing we have for performance, especially because we're using burner inserters. Find limit one type at a time. Yeah, just basically solve Factorio, right? That's what we're doing. Just making some equation that calculates the performance impact of every single entity individually, and you can fix it yourself. Yeah, it's great. Okay, this is pretty close. I think we can do one more. Just run Factorio on my GPU, if only. I don't know if that would. I don't know how that would work. A GPU specifically made for Factorio, like that would be fantastic. Just something, or just a processor in general, something made specifically to run this game. Okay, so this one is. Does anyone remember my original number? Because I do not. GPU isn't better with memory. Yeah, that's why I changed it to a specific processor or something designed for Factorio. They're literally just gonna make an AMD Factorio CPU. That's how no Intel. That's how they're gonna compete with the. That's how they're gonna compete with the 3D chips. Literally just make a Factorio processor. Okay, so I did this. What am I looking at again? Also, where did I save the other one? Burner tests. Yeah, oh, this is terrible naming system. I feel like they're pretty comparable, right? You saw 165 at 52 UPS. I don't think I got that high, did I? I guess it was, I mean, I got to 165. I don't remember the UPS. It might have been more like 45, but either way, it was a non-achievable one. This is a pretty solid 58 to 60 at 140K. That is 400,000 burner inserters. It should be like 50,000. Why did I make that a blueprint? 70,000 inserters. 70,000 burner inserters to produce 8 million green chips per hour. 8.5 million green chips per hour. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. Okay. Obviously, this doesn't have my main base in it, so this is not how much we'll actually be able to get. And of course, patches are pretty close, so not the best thing. Not a perfect comparison. But 70,000 burner inserters is like 30,000 more than we got in our old base. Okay, so here's the problem. These aren't actually connected, so I can't see the total power consumption, which was kind of what I wanted. So how do we do this? I mean, the power connection shouldn't be that bad, right? I can just do this. I'm sorry for streaming compression. This is gonna look terrible. Oh wait, sorry, exactly 100 is what I need. Oh wait, wait. I know how much an individual section costs. I'm dumb. 122 times 1, 2, 11, 10. It's 1.2 gigawatts. Forgot we can just use math. Okay, not quite. It's a little bit more than that. More like 150, 1.5, right? It's a little over 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 gigawatts. Whereas the other base, that's this one. Okay, but the main thing, performance-wise, they seem pretty comparable, so I don't think the productivity modules are really going to have that much of an impact on performance, which is good. I was thinking maybe, like, basically my thought process was, does the extra productivity bonuses that lead to fewer miners have a significant impact or a noticeable effect? But it doesn't seem to be too much. Is this the same base? I was like, wait, those numbers seem very familiar. Loaded the exact same file. I probably should have named them better. I'm gonna look at these one day and just be like, what? Okay, there we go. This one's different. Okay, I think we need to try to clone this one more time. I think that'll put them into pretty much exactly the same. What? There we go. Could not get it to clone for some reason. Uh-oh. Can you undo a clone? I don't know if you can undo a clone. But we can reload it. We can definitely reload it. Okay, where are we going? I guess I didn't need to go all the way up here. I just didn't want to do it in map mode this time because when I did it in map mode like 2 seconds ago, I broke things. I broke everything. Interesting. Maybe I have to do it in map. Okay, why won't this work? Not sure what caused that to happen, but I mean, it's fine. Okay, what is my performance? Goal is about 55, 58. Okay, these are pretty much exactly the same size. Awesome. We can live with this. This is as good of a comparison as we can get. Production-wise, same. Okay. Awesome. What is the power requirement, though, for this? So this one has 15. This one's 17 sets because they're smaller at 160 megawatts. Okay, so we can save basically 1.2 gigawatts and the cost of a third of these assemblers. No, 2/3 of those. We can save 3,000. We can save 3,000 yellow assemblers and 1.2 gigawatts by using efficiency modules and and blue assemblers here instead. That sounds worth it. That sounds way worth it. It looks like, yeah, it looks like we'll be perfectly fine. Cool. So that's going to be fun. I have to go change a lot of blueprints. 65k inserters? Wait, how is this less? How is it less? That's really weird. I didn't really look at the inserter count, or the assembler count. Does the other one just run better? Or does this one run better? Now I'm confused. I don't know what the discrepancy is. Well, that one used 5,500 assembling machines. What does this one use? Oh, about the same. Oh, I guess with rounding, there's only a difference of like 2,000 inserters. That's probably like, it probably comes from these, or maybe not completely, but actually, does it? I mean, it like half comes from these. So I mean, that's like 1,000 inserters right there, probably saved. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo these, but that's fine. Because I was thinking I might actually make it shorter and wider. I still have not decided how I want to do the outpost. We have a couple options there. Basically, we can make it. Well, the way we have it now is one option, right? So we have one outpost about this size, which will either look like this, or I'll probably make it wider and less long, so it's easy to find a spot for it. Or we can have a double width one, because this has excess iron, so we don't use a whole iron patch this way. So the other option is to have a double width one like this, and then connect 2 copper patches per outpost and 1 iron patch. Because we'll use basically the entirety of the iron patch, and then we'll use like 2/3 of each copper patch. So those are the two main options I see. I don't know which will be easier. This is looking like it'll be 1, 2. How many is this? I think I should combine them, because looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, I already know it's 3. This would be 40 individual outposts I have to paste if I design it this way. And I don't think I want to paste 40 individual outposts. I think I would rather have them be larger and have to do one slightly more annoying copper connection. Because that's insane. I would rather do 20 outposts. 20 outposts seems viable. But that's it for me. I'm happy with the progress we're making so far. We don't need to save this one. But yeah, we have our power plant mostly done now. We have efficiencies. We have efficiencies accounted for. So our power plant can be literally a third of the size now, which is fantastic. That's actually very exciting because it's hard to get 100. It's hard to get 100 pipes of water. We need 150 or more, so having that reduced by 50 is pretty significant. How far along do you think you are? Well, let's see. We haven't done rocket part production yet. That part's actually pretty easy, though. I think purple and yellow science, we have those done. We've done all of the science expansions. So the next thing we'll do is we'll work on space science next time, and then we have to design a base to do the outpost production. So I'd say honestly we're pretty close. We mostly just have to. We now have to make a base that can produce the outposts, which is about 50% more of the base, but a lot of it is copy and paste. So like we'll have to increase our base size by 50% to get the resources for all this stuff, but we don't have to make that many new designs with the stuff we have to build. Because LDS, processing units, those are all going to be the same. Rocket fuel is trivial. Like, it's burner inserters. Like, that's not... Rocket fuel doesn't change at all. So, percentage-wise, we have 70% of the base built, I'd say. Maybe. But actual work-wise, I think it's a little bit more than that. Of course, we also still have to go through and fix every single belt. So that is... I don't know how to account for that. We haven't connected all the fuel belts. That will be like 2 days. Base for outpost production depends a lot on how fast you want it all to go. Yeah. Well, it's more like... I think 40 sounds awful. Oh, you just mean base for output. Well, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, my estimate for the base size is based on getting all the outposts done in 3 to 4 hours. Or pasted in 3 to 4 hours. So, like, I've done those estimates. We need about 1,000 yellow assembling machines per hour, which is not terribly expensive. But yeah, that's why we've kind of been waiting on doing that section, because we needed to figure out exactly what our outpost looks like first. But we want that phase to be pretty fast, because the faster we get it down, the faster we can go do something else for 3 hours. Because yeah, it's not like the outposting phase is going to be that large compared to the waiting for the outpost to produce phase. At least that's the goal. We'll see. Playing with a controller might actually be way harder than I thought it is for that section. But considering it's just pasting blueprints, I don't think the controller is going to be too much of a bottleneck. Yeah, hopefully we can make the April 1st date. If not, I mean, it's fine. It doesn't have to be on April 1st. That is like 3 weeks away, so that's kind of terrifying. And having to miss like an entire week kind of put it off. But I don't know. We'll see how it's going by the end of next week. See if I have to come up with a new date. But hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.